Good afternoon. I'm Joe Hunk. As we get ready for 3HL to start in just a few moments, know that Tennessee Vols, good and bad news. Good news is former Tennessee Vol Drew Gilbert is heading to the All-Star game. Well, it's really the Futures game, but he's heading to Seattle on July 6th to take part in the Futures game as he was nominated as one of the best minor league baseball players in the country. The bad news, yes, Chase Burns has entered the transfer portal. Now, again, this doesn't mean he is leaving, but he is at least going to be looking elsewhere. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once in your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Happy Tuesday. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. There's a lot of things in this studio as I look around. Whoa. Hello.
What in heaven's name are you doing, Slay?
Feedback. He's playing a guitar into the speaker.
How did I do that? Okay. No need for a roof. No need for a roof.
No need of roof.
No need a roof.
No roof.
Slay, I've got a conundrum. You need to help me with this.
Well, bring it, Euro.
Number one, I'm going to go ahead and break my arm, patting myself on the back for the call on LSU yesterday.
Most definitely did.
And for Caglione.
You're the only one.
For Caglione failing on the mound.
Caglione.
Sportsbook. Superbook. TN. I have won 7 consecutive bets.
Oh, you're not supposed to talk about it.
Well, I'm going to talk
Now
about it
you're
because
going
it's
to jinx
happened.
it.
Here's where I need the advice. Is like, do you keep rolling or do you chill for a minute?
No, you roll. If you're on the heater, you do not come off the heater. I made that mistake. Like, I'm going to chill and wait a day. No, I don't care what it is.
Keep rolling?
Hell yeah. They'll tell you when to chill.
When you
Your
start
losses
losing.
will tell you when to chill.
They'll tell you, be cool, dog. Be cool. No, man, You better keep going.
Tell that Mitch to chill. Pulp Fiction.
No, That boy's going down. Man, give me any time I'm on the heater.
What do you think, Babsy? I've won 7 in a row. Just keep rolling?
Yeah, I mean, it's like shooting. I mean,
Yep.
you don't stop shooting when you're hot. You shoot until you go cold.
Look at that.
You shoot yourself into the refrigerator.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
And you're probably
done that
going to
before,
shoot
Slay?
yourself into losing.
Yes.
But
I shot myself out of it, too.
see, in Vegas, the way you win is you walk away.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'd lost 7 in a row, you damn well better be sure I'd be rolling still.
Yeah. You got to. No.
You got to shoot your way out of the
Yeah,
slump.
because there's going to be plenty of times where you can't find the heater.
Baseball's a funny sport, man.
Dude, that
a lot
is
of people
wild.
fell into Florida won 24-4, so they're going to win this game. And baseball's
Although
funny.
the overhit
Yep.
By one
Big
team.
over. Big over.
doesn't matter. Over's over.
This is
Yeah,
what we
over's
talked
over.
about earlier. Like, if the over hits times 3, shouldn't you get a bonus?
Yes. Yes.
Like, if you win that
see?
big, shouldn't you get a bonus?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I guess LSU took nobody knew it, the skipper strikes again. They did exactly what I told them. That's why they beat them by 20 runs. They probably would have beat them by 10. But they said, nope, let them swing out. They just kept on hitting no runs. They couldn't do nothing in game
Skipper
3.
was right.
Man, Skipper's always right.
LSU pounds Florida 18-4 to win the College World Series. We'll talk about it. Don Davenport is here.
Hi. That was a little slow, Hunk. It's the heat, huh?
No, I'm still trying to edit Zone TV to get everybody in the right camera angle.
We look good.
We look good to us.
Yep.
Yeah, now
I mean,
you do. Give
look.
it about a few more seconds. Look how much better you're about to
Some
look.
people don't like to see themselves in pictures or on video, and I'm like, hey, man, I am who I am. Like it or not, I don't care.
Oh,
Like,
I hate it.
I mean,
I
why
hate
do you
it.
hate it? You are who you
Yes.
are. You're beautiful, Babsy.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. See,
That's
this
right.
is why you're a good teammate.
You're beautiful, Slay.
Listen, when I got to the point of bringing sexy back, I already knew it. Sexy was hiding.
Y'all are both smaller too.
It's back. It's back. It's back. It's back. It's back. Boom, boom. JT, come get me, man. If you go on tour.
Yeah, your girl's at 9 pounds down.
Rocking and rolling.
Mm-hmm.
See, Dawn, she was liking to. She was concerned at first because women just don't drop the pounds like the dudes do. And I'm like, yeah, but
no,
you gotta,
and I didn't.
Yeah,
I haven't.
But you got to look at the percentages. 9 pounds off 260, which is what I was. That's a different percentage than 9 pounds off of what you were.
Right.
That is true. That's accurate. I didn't have as much.
See, I'm here to be the guy to go to the mound and talk to the pitcher that's dealing with things.
Again, Dawn's the one that's going to pull you. You're not taking her out there to make you feel better to throw a strike.
I like that.
Listen, you little messy Mitch out here.
My talks last night at Florida would have been ugly.
Yeah, but they would have ran out of people to talk to.
I will say this. Gator Mike called in yesterday and said that
bless his heart.
Dylan Cruz was just okay. And Slay was like, look, I'm back in Florida, but why are you going to put that into the atmosphere?
Man, I knew it.
Why are you doing that? And so, literally, our text messages to each other were about Dylan Cruz being okay. He's just my man went 4 for 6 with a walk.
That's solid.
So he was on base 5 times out of 7 at bats.
He's a lucky.
3 runs and an RBI, and he had a triple. His second of the season. He'd only had one, so might as well have another one because Gator Mike threw that out there that I'm just okay.
He hit a rope in the gap. He's just okay. That's just an okay one.
2 phenomenal catches.
Plus, the guy just owns center field. Right? There was a pop-up that the second baseman should have had. Here he comes.
They say
get out my way.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, if you're I played second base my whole life. Yeah. If you're backing up to catch a pop fly and then somebody coming in at it calls you off, get the hell out of the way.
Yeah, get out of the way.
Because they're coming in on it.
Don't be a hero.
But the 14-run margin of victory is the largest ever in a final. The 24 hits were the most in a College World Series game, which Florida had 23 the day before.
So they did them one battle. Hold my beer.
Well, and let's talk about the second most important part of it is LSU baseball fans just absolutely crushed the Jello shot challenge.
That right there.
I mean,
that's the important part.
Ungodly.
I can't wrap my head around that. What was it, 70-something thousand?
No, it's almost 69,000.
Oh, I've got
68,888.
Right, so here you go. You want the totals? Mm-hmm. Rocco's Jello Shot Challenge. For those that don't know, Rocco's is a pizza place in Omaha, Nebraska. And they came up with a brilliant idea to come up with the Jello Shot Challenge. And so basically when you buy a $5 Jello Shot, you tell them which fan base you are, and then they mark you down and they compete. So, of course, everybody's going in there on a competitive string of, just get me fried, but also, let me support the team. Mm-hmm. So they make a lot of money based on this idea.
Yeah, double whammy.
Which was great. So there were 8 teams in the College World Series. We correctly identified on the front end the 2 worst teams, and we were right. Virginia, number 5 with 872. Number 8 with 872.
872?
872 Jello shots. Dawn's analysis when I brought up the 8 teams initially was wine and cheese crowd not going to do well.
Yep. I was correct.
Was completely correct. Then you've got Stanford with 912. They were 7th. Remember I said they would come up with some quadratic theory about how Jello shots at $5 a piece were not a good investment, and they were going to go do something else. Right?
Yep.
So we correctly identified those. Number 6 surprised me.
Okay.
Tennessee with 2207.
Mm-hmm.
If they would have stayed longer, it would have been a different conversation.
I mean, can you play one of the other 6 teams twice as opposed to LSU, the team that wins the national title?
Right.
That's a problem. But yes, you're right. They were not there long. So Tennessee did not show up well.
Mm-mm.
Number 5, Oral Roberts.
That was shocking.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was shocking.
That's a good fan base.
3323 on the Jello shot list. 3,323 Jello shots times $5. Oral Roberts.
Just hold your wallet.
How big is that fan base, man?
I don't know, but that's impressive.
It is.
Religious school, too.
Well.
Yeah, everybody take communion.
So they should have drank more.
So we missed on this. We thought the SEC would finish 1 through 3. They didn't. They finished 1, 4, and 6. Number 4, Florida, 41-36.
I feel like Florida just threw in the towel because they knew they couldn't catch. Like after the Raising Cane's founder, put them ahead. I feel like Florida was just like, meh.
Yeah,
we're out.
That was the straw for the camel.
Broke them.
Mm-hmm. I also believe that I wonder how many local people just said, you know what, I'm gonna go with who's winning, and just start buying in on it.
Oh, so non-fans came in and tilted the scale a little bit. Maybe because number 1 is a huge number compared to the rest of them.
Silly.
I'll get there. Number 3.
Yep.
TCU, another Texas Christian University. Number 3.
It's pretty good for them. They've been bubbling all year in different sports.
7,070.
Pretty good.
By the way, they're probably going to land Chase Burns, Tennessee's transfer portal pitcher.
It's good for them,
which we'll talk about. Number 2, Wake Forest. I thought no way Wake Forest does well in this because of size of fan base.
Yeah.
That was
That's
one I
really
marked
impressive.
I marked them off.
7,622 shots, Jello shots. Number 1. Again, number 2 is 7,622. Number 1, LSU, 68,888.
Like,
go Tigers.
Like, why?
Down on the bayou. We drink Jello shots on the bayou.
Like, people coming in buying 6,000 Jello shots, 8,000. Somebody came in and bought 8,000 Jello shots.
Yeah, it's Raising Cane's owner.
No, I think somebody else came in too. Somebody else came in and brought an absurd amount for an LSU fan, just for no reason. Like,
that will never be beat.
I mean, why would you try to beat that?
My friend Rick Clody is a big LSU guy. He said that. He's like, that number's hanging for
Forever. Like, ain't nobody got the time for that.
68,000 Jello shots, almost 69,000 Jello shots in what, 10 days or whatever, a week and a half? Yeah, same thing.
So if you're Rocco's, do you cement that and then say, we got to go to a different challenge now? Maybe like,
oh, dude,
Tito
I don't
shots.
know.
No, man,
Just
you make
on
everybody chase it.
LSU fans, $345,000
And guess
at
what?
$5 a pop, just on LSU. Which there is a charity component. I think it's like $3 of every shot goes to a charity. So
I would think they lose the challenge.
I would hope.
Congratulations.
They lose the challenge now. Like, I'm saying Rocco's. Like, we
Why?
can't, because that number's going to be up there. Like, what are you coming to do? Like, the one Ole Miss number, you was like, we can get there, man. We fight through the whole week. We can get there. 6,000-8,000, it's over. That challenge is over. That's done. Like, they got to come up with something.
Records are made to be broken.
That's right. What if they come back? What if LSU comes back? Can't you just see that fan base? Okay.
They'll be the only one that can break.
What's the school that could beat it? That's it. LSU's the only ones that can beat it.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
The big purchase that Slay was talking about actually came from an attorney that's out of Baton Rouge. He purchased 8,888 shots.
So he finished first by himself.
Yeah,
if no other LSU person bought a shot, he would have won.
Why the 8,888?
I'm not sure about the number specifically.
It's a Michael Irvin
but he spent over $44,000 himself on those shots.
Oh my gosh. Holy
Is that a write-off? Is he giving that to clients or something?
That is the dumbest, smartest, most fun, silliest, stupidest thing.
But most
on
brilliant
Earth.
thing.
Yeah, all at the same time.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the number.
You got to change it to pizza or something, man.
I saw an article. I think the number might be 95 to 100,000. I think goes to Louisiana-based charity for it.
That's dope.
So
specifically
the purchase of the 8,888 shots broke the world record for the most amount of shots purchased at one time. The original record was owned by Merle Haggard.
Oh, yes, it was.
In 1983. He bought 5,096 shots of Patron at a Billy Bob's Texas tavern.
Patron.
Now you talking about
he's
fried?
Going big. Well, it's Merle.
That's really beating. That's beating at 8,000.
Oh yeah, no
you
doubt.
You go get Patron. You get tequila instead of Jello shots. No, this is a party. We ain't leaving. You should have went on and brought some inflatable beds and everything because people got to lay down in a minute.
the reason he purchased it was because he was celebrating his 28th hit song, CC Waterback, and that's the reason why he purchased those of that much Patron. Merle Haggard.
Dog, I went and lined up, I think when I turned 27, lined up 27 shots at just a random Mexican restaurant. Lined them up.
27. Why 27?
Because Chris said she could outdrink me. And I showed her. I think I finished 20 of them.
I remember having this
20
conversation.
shots?
Yeah.
I was done.
How many did Chris have?
Really, I'm shocked.
Probably 6.
She had 6.
Yeah, I think I gave one to the bartender.
What?
I was going.
You know, a lot of places, they won't let the bartender have a shot with you anymore.
Yeah, if somebody come by 27, you got let them do whatever they want to do. I was fried. It was in the middle. It was in the day. It was in the middle of the day.
Oh, you went straight to sleep.
Yeah, it was over.
My family owns a bar, and our bartenders have a limit, of what they're allowed to have per hour from customers.
Because if you are, as a bartender, allowed to take shots with the customers, to a point, it helps in sales, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Certainly tips.
But you still need to, function and do your job.
Who cares about functioning?
Adam says Ron's still hungover.
Could be. It's a possibility.
20s.
Yeah.
Surprised you weren't dead.
This guy's dead.
It was touch and go for a little bit.
That's the waitress talking to the owner.
Yeah.
This guy here's
At
dead.
least head to the hospital for a little alcohol poisoning treatment.
Rocking and rolling, baby.
You were. Tequila, huh?
Yeah, it was real.
I don't know what's more impressive, the 20 shots or the 49 seconds on the
that's
on the keg stand?
That's game right there. That's game on. That's taking place today too.
Boy, you've got some personal records that need to be on that whiteboard.
Yeah, I ain't playing around with them.
Those were in your younger days.
You can bring them in here, line them up, and I'll take them right here on there.
No.
Okay.
Presented by any rideshare opportunity person
There
ever.
you go.
Nope.
See what I'm saying?
All right, more 3HL coming up. Jets on Hard Knocks. They don't want to be. We'll talk about it next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. You are looking for a car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, perhaps. They've got a great selection, especially Jeeps, man. It's getting warm out there. You need to ride around with no roof. Ride around with no doors. Street legally, of course. But they've got your Jeep selection, incredible Jeep selection, and one of the largest Jeep dealers in the entire country, Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. You can check out the inventory online at GuptonMotors.com. All the inventory is there. All the dealership information is there as well, GuptonMotors.com. Check them out there. Daniel Gupton and his guys ready to help you out. You go inside and you start talking about what you need, man. Maybe you need more room. Maybe you need a lesser payment. Maybe you need something more reliable. They'll be able to help you out. You take your test drive. You go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it will be that easy. 3450 Tom Austin Highway, 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Take 24 west to exit 35, which is about 9 miles outside the city. Then a beautiful drive into Springfield. Again, 30 minutes from downtown Nashville, 3450 Tom Austin Highway. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you. Tennessee loses a pitcher, Chase Burns, into the transfer portal. Not gone officially, but he's gone.
You know what I'm starting to think about the transfer portal? The portal giveth, and the portal taketh away.
That is true.
I mean, there's no surprise here. Like, I mean, if you think about it, guy that wants to be a starting pitcher has moved to the bullpen.
Yeah.
Even though he had tremendous success, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And Vitello was like, I mean, we were just doing what we thought we needed to do to help us win games, and it worked.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough.
I mean, to hear the turmoil that they said was around that team, and for them to start winning like that was kind of strange.
I actually think we have Tony Vitello talking about it from this morning with what's Sports Talk there in
99.1 the Sports Animal.
Knoxville. Yeah. John Wilkerson and Vince Ferrara this morning. We're talking about with to Tony V about it.
Yeah, there is a lot going on, and that one you asked about is a good case of. It's actually pretty straightforward. We've kind of known that he would be gone for a while, but, you know, this season went in a lot of different ways, and as coaches, we got to do what we think is best for the whole group and find a way to try and win games, and in the end, I think that worked out fairly well. But for his case, you know, he's going to take his effort somewhere else, and it's been a deal where he's done more than a lot for the program, not just last year, and of course this year too, and in the course of this year, he became the number one popular pitcher, maybe in the country, but definitely in his class, and is probably ranked number one as a pitcher in his class at this point. But it's a different day and age, so he'll take those efforts on somewhere else, and we wish him the best.
Tony V also
we knew
saying,
a while.
Yeah, we knew for a while. Isn't that interesting to be able to continue to roll while you know that that's happening?
Yeah. And to keep it together, keep him engaged.
Right. For him, like his mindset probably was, this is an audition. I need to pitch well. And it looks like TCU maybe, the front runner there, who was in the College World Series.
See, that's the thing about the portal, man. The coaches have an extremely hard job, difficult job of trying to get guys to mesh. Because when you get to college, that's your guy. The team with the nucleus that has been together the longest is usually the one that can thrive. So you get, 9? I think they had 9 new players. That's tough, man. That's tough. That's tough for anybody. So you can't see that changing. It might change a little bit once this 6-year COVID rule, 5-year COVID rule, whichever one it is pushed out of the way. And
I think we're done now, right?
Yeah, this should be it.
Yeah.
But it's like, good gracious, man! I don't know how you get the chemistry and guys playing together the entire time. If that was hard on Coach Vitello, it had to be hard on the players. Not knowing who was going to be where, who you can depend on. You're getting to know people on the fly. That's tough, man, in team sports. That's tough in team sports.
Tony V also said on the Sports Animal this morning, considering all the circumstances involved, it's truly remarkable how much the program benefited from him and how much he benefited from us. We were able to manage the situation, made a great run, and got to the College World Series. It's a different time now, and I think we all realize that, but Chase moves on as the number one prospect in the country in his class and one of the most popular players with the way that he pitched for us in critical situations out of the bullpen.
There we go.
He said this season went a lot of different ways, and as coaches, we have to do what we think is best for the whole group and find a way to try to win games. And in the end, I think it worked fairly well, but it cost him a player.
That's hard to understand as a younger player too, that the coach is doing, especially Coach Vitello's a new coach.
Yeah.
If this was Corbs doing it, like, hey man, all right.
I respect that though, because he's doing what's best for, in terms of what he thinks is best for the greater good, the greater group, and to win games. And there are a lot of coaches out there that would have succumbed to that pitcher.
Yeah.
And just kept him out there, even though he had almost a 7 ERA as a starting pitcher before he moved.
Yep.
And, man, he is a talent. There's no doubt about it. And from everything I hear, great kid and all those things. So wish him the best. He's a local guy. But, yeah, I mean, with the portal, you have opportunities to rebrand yourself. And it's tougher to go in the draft as, like, that long-range bullpen guy.
Right.
As opposed to starting pitcher. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, like, closers, make a lot of money. It's those mid-range guys that which is what he is.
Right. Right.
That's what they turned him into.
Yes, and that's what's hard to find value as a player in the draft.
He thrived in it.
Yeah.
That's the part I don't understand is just because you're a closer this year, you're in the bullpen this year, doesn't mean you're not going to be a starter next year. And the whole idea apparently to go to TCU or LSU is about being a starter, which, I mean, it's a case-by-case basis, season-by-season basis.
My guess is that he probably asked them about that, and it feels like, based on Vitello's comments, that he'd be the guy like, I can't promise you anything. Like, everything is earned.
Right.
You know?
But it showed.
I know that about Heupel.
Yeah.
I mean, the value that he just distributed this year
puts out there
is amazing. Like, this just upped his ability to be drafted because they know that not only can he be a starter, he can also come out of the pen, which a lot of starters can't do if they ever need to, which is the whole concept of starting an opener is your starter normally comes out of the bullpen 2 or 3 innings into the game.
Yeah, so now if he goes to TCU and he's a starting pitcher and he dominates, like he's shown you that he can do a variety of things, right? Like, so now he's a Rand Carthon player. Right. Like, he's got multiple skill sets. 615-737-1045. You want in. If you want to watch the show, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Somebody on Twitter asked what Twitch, please means. And basically that's taken from what a lot of people say. And we use the word Mitch for it. So Mitch, please. But Dawn turned that into Twitch, please. Jerry on YouTube. See, Ron decided to be the skipper of Florida just to have them purposefully lose. Oh, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
You threw the double reverse whammy on the Gators.
Yeah, I know what to do. Now, I'm giving Gator Mike all of that blame. Because I listen, I was ready for him. I said the over was going to hit. And then I thought Florida was going to be able to ride some of that. Listen, man, it was up 2-0. Florida was up.
Yeah, early.
And rolling. And then wheels fell off. Yeah. Then Dylan Cruz became okay. Just became an okay guy out there.
By the way, if
he's right.
Yeah.
Gator Mike hates us right now.
Gator Mike said Dylan Cruz is just okay.
Yeah.
He was 4 for 6 with 3 runs, scored an RBI, and walked once.
He knew I had so many DM messages.
He was on base 5 times yesterday.
Talking about Gator Mike. So many DM messages. I'm like, hey, man, y'all give him a break, man.
Yeah, listen, like, you got to shoot your shot. You're not always going to be right, man.
Yeah, your shot ain't always going to hit either.
That's right. Neil Blackman put this out. With a win, Florida would have become the first Division I school to win multiple national championships in football, basketball, and baseball. Didn't happen.
Wow, good job. Good job, LSU.
Boy,
rain on that.
Those
parade.
Cajuns were partying,
yes,
boy.
They were,
and they were cheering every hit, even though they were up 16-4.
What? They didn't care. They had a real live party. They brought Baton Rouge to Omaha without question.
Scooby next up on 3HL, 615-737-1045. Scoob, what's up?
How y'all doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, I just wanted to tell Ron my little drinking story when I turned 21. I'm 45 now, but me and my buddy James and my buddy Russell, we went to the beer cellar with all the beers on the wall.
On 2nd Avenue, man.
Yes, sir. We tried to see if we could get to 21 beers. Well, I got to about 11, 12 beers, and there's a big old Australian beer sitting there, and after I drank that beer, I don't remember what happened that night.
I used to always get the vanilla cream ale at Beer Cellar. Is that place still there? I don't even know. It was over there by Hooters on 2nd Avenue.
Oh, man, it was one of my favorite places to go when I was drinking.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Man, that's what's up.
Well, I just wanted to tell Ron about my little story, and y'all have a great day, and thank you.
Appreciate it. I'm always here for those stories, man.
The drinking stories?
What? Yeah, without question.
When I turned 21, I was in Atlanta, and I went to the liquor store to buy my first bottle of whatever with my friends Paul and Sarah. And I took it up. I don't even remember what it was, but I took it up, and the guy at the liquor store looked at my ID, and he's like, "Oh, today's your birthday." I was like, "Yeah." So he started singing happy birthday to me.
Oh.
Everybody in the store started singing happy birthday to me.
Really?
I was like, oh, my goodness.
That's embarrassing.
Can you imagine if, like, that would have been a fake ID situation?
Oh, sickening.
Well, I hope you wouldn't be that dumb to walk in with a birthday fake ID. But then again.
Who are you talking about, Babsy? And this was a while ago, too. This was college, Brent.
Oh, okay. College Brent might have done that, actually.
Yeah, no, I never did fake
can't
IDs.
remember
I was
what I
too
did,
scared
too.
about all that stuff. Rule follower.
Yeah, I could see that.
Did you have a fake ID, Babsy?
Well, I had a real ID that I utilized as my fake ID.
Oh, someone that looked like you?
Yes. 12, 25, 75.
By the way, Reese Witherspoon, born in 1975.
There you go.
Hey, come on, Reese.
She was born in March. Is that bad that I know that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of creepy.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I love me some Reese, but that's a little creepy.
The reason is because I just looked it up because I found a movie on Netflix that I didn't even know that she had made that was made in 2013 called Home Again that was really good.
Oh,
And
I've
she
never
was
heard of
Texas?
it.
She was dating I don't know. She was dating a guy that was 27 in the movie. So that's why I looked her up and found her birthday.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't just, me being weird.
We've been trying since I've been on this show. So we were talking like 5 or 6 years.
I know.
We've been trying to get Reese Witherspoon on this show.
Listen, I even had
To
world.
no
Come on,
avail.
Reese.
We haven't even had people respect us enough to say no.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we requested Barack Obama because he was coming in town, and we got an official no from the White House.
Yes.
That's all right. That's
We got an
respect.
official no from Donald Trump. Too,
Yes,
didn't
we requested
Yes.
Donald Trump too.
Yeah,
we got an
that's
official no there.
We don't even get it. We did not even get an official no from Reese
So
Witherspoon.
she's a little higher up.
Well, her people probably haven't.
I
heard.
think so, probably. Yeah.
Leave
No, she's
Listen.
probably higher.
Yeah.
I had world history at Hillsborough High School with her brother.
Well, come on,
Yeah, you
make
gotta
it
hit him up,
happen.
yo.
I got connections here. Like, what's the degree? The Kevin Bacon 7? What is it?
8
6
degrees of
degrees.
separation.
I think it's 6.
Is it 6, 7, or 8?
I think it's 6.
according
We
to Hunk.
can't be wrong.
What is it? 6?
I think
That's what
it's-
Hunk says.
I think it's 6. 6 degrees of separation.
I
We're
said
like,
8.
we're 2 degrees from Reese Witherspoon.
He
We
said
can't get
7.
We're 2 degrees from Reese Witherspoon. Can't get a callback.
Yeah.
Or
Why
I
would
know.
you do us like that? And you live here, Reese.
Come on, Reese.
It's 6. It's 6.
Yeah, see?
I believe you can get 6 degrees to anybody. Basically.
All people are 6 or fewer social connections away from each other.
Yeah,
But, okay, all right.
I believe that.
I'm dumb on this, y'all.
I'm 1 degree from you.
What
6
is-
handshakes
That's what I was
rule.
going to say. What is the degree? Why is it a degree in it?
So
We're direct.
okay, so
Oh, here we go.
we're
Oh,
3
this ought to
degrees.
be good.
No, we're 3
This ought to
degrees
be
from
a
Michael.
disaster.
We're 3 degrees from Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah, but why the degrees?
You to Buzz Peterson to Michael Jordan. That's easy.
That's 3 people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3
that's
degrees.
degrees.
I'm not a degree.
You are for this argument.
Actually, we're 3 degrees from separation from Michael Jordan, numerous levels, because we also know Charles Oakley.
Oh,
Correct.
that's true.
And he's been in a bunch.
Yeah, Oakley will get us to a lot of people.
With 3
Yeah.
molecules.
So Jordan will get us to everybody in the world, basically. We'll
Yeah.
be 4 degrees from anybody. Oprah. Like, and then you're there.
I mean, I'm a molecule, though. I don't want to be no degree.
I mean, you're a collection of molecules, but yes.
That's right. 3 of them.
All right. The moral of this story is Reese Witherspoon, please come on the show. We will not embarrass you. You will have fun. I promise.
But you will be a molecule if you come.
And we just happen to know that you were born in March of 1975. I'm sure that'll help her call this.
That's most definitely getting another turn. I ain't going
Yeah,
out on the
she was
phone.
listening, about to pick up the phone. I was like, no,
I
I'm out.
gotta do it.
My grandparents might have lived, I don't know, 500 yards from where she grew up to. I might have rode my bike around there a little
Come
bit.
on, or you should have been just put a note in the mailbox.
Okay, this 6 degrees of separation thing is
See, here
actually
we go.
really interesting.
I told you,
now.
I knew it. It's a problem.
It's really fascinating. Did you know that in 1994, 3 Albright College students, we don't care about their names, invented the game that became known as 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's so.
Yeah.
So that's not where it came from, but that right. That
That's
was the
originator.
the whole prove it.
We're
whole
not
prove
six.
the
We're not
6
6 degrees.
Yes, we are.
Not from
Kevin Bacon. Oh yeah, we are.
Who knows him?
Kira Sedgwick.
You know him?
Somebody that knows. Well, I mean, you could get into it this way. My brother.
Oh, that gets us all into
That
the
gets
acting
us
world.
all of them.
That does-
Knows Vince
That
Vaughn
does. That
and
does. That does.
That gets us
Samuel
to
L. Jackson and who else does he know?
That'll do it.
not Al Pacino, but who's the other guy
De
that's
Niro?
like 80? Robert De Niro. That gets us to Robert De Niro in 3.
Yep.
Okay.
In 3. Actually, 2.
Who would be somebody that we're not
2.
6 degrees separated from?
Nobody.
Not somebody.
No. We between us,
Listen, man,
we're
we're
there.
big time here. And so our listeners are like one extra degree from all these people.
Yep.
So it's really 2 to Michael Jordan. So for anyone listening, they're 3. Harold says Dawn's brother, LOL.
Yep.
We're this close.
Anchorman, Ron Burgundy,
Will
Will
Ferrell.
Ferrell. Yep. Because he was in Anchorman 2 with him.
Yeah, that's right. Jim says, I thought it was Will Smith in that movie. You know what's funny? The Preds are trying to get in the top 4 tomorrow in the draft. And the 4th rated player in the NHL.com mock draft is a guy named Will Smith. Can you imagine?
What if your name was Will Smith?
No, what if it's that Will Smith? I don't know much about hockey, but does he play?
Better not. He's a hell of an actor, so he
and
can act his way into it.
He likes to get physical, too.
Yeah, we know he's a good enforcer. We've
Oh,
at least
Lord
seen
have
that.
mercy. I knew that was coming.
My guys. they never let us down.
615-737-1045. Jim Wyatt, TennesseeTitans.com. We'll talk Titans football next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
This is for all of my listeners out there who are struggling with hair loss. I'm sure you've tried the lotions, peels, creams, and potions. Yep. With so many options and doctors out there, who are you going to trust? What's really going to grow your hair back? The Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair is an incredible breakthrough. Receding hairline, thinning hairline, bald spots. Advanced Hair offers a simple, quick, one-day treatment that begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And get this. Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow. It works for men and women across all ages, and there is no one in hair restoration I recommend more. For your free consultation, you need to call 629-348-HAIR. If you move forward, you will also receive $500. 629-348-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that has redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that guarantee. Make sure to view the incredible before and after pictures at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
3HL 104.5, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you on a Tuesday afternoon in the Music City. About to get really, really hot out there. Man, if you work outside, go ahead. And, I know it is now, but it's not 100 degrees, which is what's coming. If you work outside, go ahead and hydrate, y'all. Start pounding water.
It might be time for me to put the cooler back in the back of the trunk.
I think so, but it's harder to find people now.
It is. Except me and Babsy found a lot yesterday. But, yep.
Yeah, downtown Nashville is very different than it used to be.
A lot different.
There's there are a lot of homeless people down there. Mm-hmm. Way more than the city used to have.
Yep.
So there's an organization that Buck gets behind, and Buck met Stephen Young when he was doing our show for a tornado relief thing over in the Germantown area at Edley's Barbecue, actually, in East Nashville. And Stephen Young runs Home Street Home. Stephen used to be homeless, got himself off the streets, and now is an advocate for homeless people. And so he can reach out to these guys. A lot of them don't want to get off the streets.
Right.
But having been there and gotten out, he's able to, present a different message than a lot of people that just like to throw money at things.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're doing an event coming up, which we actually have a liner for. If I can find it. Split Happens. Mm-hmm. Would you like to read that real quick?
I would love to read this real quick.
Let's do this one without music, just to get through it and get the information out there and then get to Jim Wyatt.
104.5 The Zone brings to you a night that you don't want to miss as our Buck Rising hosts his second Split Happens Bowling Bash with special guests and listeners on Thursday, July 13th at King's Dining and Entertainment in Cool Springs. Join us for a fun night of bowling to benefit Home Street Home. Tickets are on sale now at 1045thezone.com. A lot of people have teams in it, too. I know I'm going to go out there and spank somebody up.
I need to talk to our boss, but I'm actually going to see if we can do our show live out there leading into that.
That'd be great.
Oh, yeah. Come on, yeah.
That'd be great. So I was talking to Stephen
the
other day, and, that this community is so giving. Mm-hmm. And for what he does, the community is really giving during the winter and like during, Christmas and those things like that. But like right in the middle of the summer, like they actually need help big time. Yeah. And they don't have salaried employees. So like it's all going toward, the men and women and kids and pets that are on the streets here in Nashville. So look up Home Street Home. Find them, and you can help out with this.
And come bowl.
Split happens, yes.
Come get spanked
you got like
by
2
Slay.
weeks.
Well, you get spanked by Slay. I'm gonna keep reiterating that.
You need a different nickname for Bowler Slay. We have to come up with it. Kingpin.
We'll work on that.
Kingpin 2.
I like that.
Need a hook on your hand. Jim Wyatt joins us, TennesseeTitans.com. Jimmy, you a good bowler?
I'm not much of a bowler, no. Wouldn't certainly not break any records, and end up in the gutter a lot of times. So I don't bowl a lot anymore. I used to bowl at Strike and Spear over on Charlotte when I was
Yes.
OG spot.
But I don't get out on the lanes too often anymore.
Strike and Spare, Melrose. Did you take bowling at Tennessee like I did?
I did not take bowling in Tennessee. Trying to think of some funny classes I took. I probably would have helped me if I would have taken it.
I took walking. I took racquetball.
Teammates did. Yeah.
Bowling was like one of the hardest classes at Auburn. People failed it because they thought they would take it and it would be easy.
It was the same way at Tennessee. And look, man, bowling sober is a lot different than bowling with some beers and pitchers of beers and things like that. Hey, Jimmy, obviously about a month toward training camp. I'm curious, like, have you started to think about like what position battles you might be looking at, and maybe like rotationally, with some of the positions that are out there?
Yeah, and I'm not too far away from rolling out these training camp previews, so I haven't really gotten going on those yet. But just just off the top of my head, I mean, it's wide open. Receiver. I mean, I think everybody's still waiting to see what happens with DeAndre Hopkins, what he ultimately decides he wants to do, and if he does not pick Tennessee, then certainly it's wide open. At the receiver position, Traylon Burks had a really good offseason. I think Chris Moore, Nick Westbrook-Akine, guys who have established, been in the league for several years. but the guys behind them, whether it's Kyle Phillips or Colton Dowell, a newcomer in the league, and Racing McMath, Mason Kinsey, a bunch of guys are battling for those back end spots at at receiver. Quarterback's going to be interesting because I think when Will Levis is picked, I think everybody just automatically assumes that he's going to be the number 2, and that still could happen. But I thought Malik Willis had a really good offseason with OTAs and minicamp, and after thinking probably in early May that he's probably a long shot to make the roster, I now think he's going to be on the 53-man roster, and it's we'll see how things play out in camp as far as who's in a better spot there to be the number 2 to start the season.
So you think they keep 3 quarterbacks?
I do, yeah. If you'd asked me in early May, I would have told you no. Right?
I think I did.
Was picked. Yeah. So I think based on just the way things have played out this off season and just some of the chatter that I've heard, I kind of feel like I feel like they will keep 3 quarterbacks. And again, this is late June. We don't know what's going to happen in camp.
Right.
And it's hard to keep 3 on the 53, but right now, I do think the team's going to keep 3 quarterbacks.
Anybody on just off the top of your head you think could fill in and be like a veteran receiver that the Titans would bring in that you can just think of, Jim, if Hopkins didn't come through?
Well, I think that if it's not Hopkins, then I think it's a receiver to be named later because I don't necessarily think it's a guy that's on the market now.
Okay.
Because I think what will happen is, players will go through camps and competition, and the Titans, again, will compete against the Patriots and against the Vikings. And when players are cut at the end of training camp, at the end of August, beginning of September, I think those are the guys who are contenders to be claimed off waivers because they're in shape, B, they've been in the middle of training camp battles and are ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I think C, I think you'll have a lot more guys to choose from that will be intriguing. The guys that are out there now have been out there all off season and team hasn't jumped yet. So now I think it kind of makes sense to wait and see what DeAndre Hopkins does, let your own guys battle it out, and then see what's out there after that.
Jim Wyatt with us at Jay Wyatt Sports. Was looking at a piece Sam Phelan did with A to Z Sports. He mentioned 3 guys that stood out. One of them was undrafted free agent cornerback Alonzo L.J. Davis. What did you think about him? Did he make noise? Did he stand out to you at all?
I think he made some plays.
Jimmy's with me on this one.
But
it made some plays. But I haven't seen it yet, and I think we'll really start to tell when camp starts and see when the pads come on and you're competing for real and you're trying to do it when everybody's kind of
going.
Everybody's going. I was trying to find my list of some guys that I jotted down.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask next was like maybe a guy that was undrafted because Vrabel has a tendency to keep 1 or 2 of these dudes, and try to develop them.
After injuries, end up having to step in.
Yeah, like Trey Avery last year.
Exactly, yeah. Jimmy, I went off yesterday, just so you know. I went off yesterday on it because I'm like, we're talking about an OTA. Give me a break. An OTA where they don't wear pads. Of course he's going to, show up and make plays.
If that's true, then we can't bitch about guys that are struggling, though, because it's the same thing.
So if I was going to name a corner again, if I was going to name somebody in the secondary that stood out this offseason, I wouldn't say Trey Avery, again this year. I thought Burks was one of the off-season standouts. Chig Okonkwo was an off-season standout. I think Arden Key was really good, and some other guys who maybe, maybe not as familiar names. Shaheem Carter maybe be one. Jaden Peavy, big defensive lineman.
I keep forgetting about him.
Yeah, those are the
Totally
ones
forgot
who
about
I jotted down as I thought that had good off seasons, and we'll go into training camp with momentum. Not saying that there aren't other guys on the list,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
those are the ones that kind of come to mind for me.
Yeah, Arden Key, I can't wait to see him pads.
Me either.
You know?
I can't wait
Yeah,
to see the energy.
and I'm looking forward to seeing Harold Landry. I mean, we haven't seen Landry all off season. You know, he's been rehabbing, but you know, I would think when camp starts, I mean, I think you're going to see Landry at some point, and then that's going to make him and Key opposite each other. Going to be fun to watch.
Love it, Jimmy. Hey, thank you, man. Check out the mailbag, TennesseeTitans.com. All your Titans content and training camp previews are around the corner. Thank you, Jimmy.
Great. Congratulations, you guys, on your recent news, too. I think I was out of town when that happened, so I was glad to hear that development. So congrats to all of you.
Thanks,
you.
Jimmy.
We're
Jimmy.
proud to be
Appreciate it,
extended as a group. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. Y'all have a good rest of the week. Thank you.
All right, at Jay Wyatt Sports. More 3HL when we come back. If you want to get into some of the Titans off-season topics, we can do that. 615-737-1045.
What's happening, people? Listen, it is scorching outside. I'm telling you, it's hot. You don't believe me? Step out your car or step out your front door and just feel what that heat wave is doing out there.
It's about to be even hotter tomorrow.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week, we're talking 100-degree temperatures with the feels like at 113.
Okay. All right, Babs. You just
Sorry.
Yeah,
I just want to
on.
warn everybody, if your air unit is like chugging along,
Lord have mercy.
it's going to be tested.
Yeah,
and
this
you're
is
gonna
the
need a new
time.
one.
And you're a fool if you don't tap into your resources with Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. They are out here doing free service calls, man. You don't want that thing to go out and then you can't get in touch with anybody, even though Spring Hill AC will always respond to you.
Yes, they offer those free service calls with repairs and plus up to 18 months, no interest on repairs. If you need a new unit, they have you covered. Get up to 60 months, no interest financing with approved credit. Maybe you called another company about your unit and you're not sure you agree with their assessment. Well, Spring Hill will give you a free second opinion so you can be confident that you're taken care of, and Spring Hill Heating and Cooling will do it. SpringHillAC.com is the website.
Call them.
Good afternoon. I'm Joe Hunk. Vols have good and bad news when it comes to what is now former players, according to multiple sources and actually the transfer portal itself. Chase Burns, gone. He has entered the transfer portal. He will not be with the Tennessee Vols as of yet. Remember, you can pull out of the transfer portal. Right now, though, TCU and LSU are the teams that continue to be talked about as landing spots for him. Former Vol Drew Gilbert is invited to the Major League Baseball Futures Game, which is going to be happening on Saturday, July 8th, before All-Star Week in Seattle at T-Mobile Park. And it's not just the Titans and Patriots. Apparently, Sal Palantonio reported earlier today that Carolina and Cleveland are currently, quote-unquote, lurking and trying to also sign DeAndre Hopkins. For all your foundation repair waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone. Hour number 2 is quickly upon us and you, and we're ready for you, and we're ready to move fast. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. I know the bachelorettes are out and running around. They're cycling around. They're riding around in these weird vehicles.
Cycling around, riding around.
Outfits.
Fried.
Yeah.
It's tough. Listen, man, if you're in town and you're wanting to consume a Shiano ton of alcohol, it's hot. Hydrate.
Yeah, that's the right place.
That's our public service announcement.
Have fun.
Have fun, but hydrate.
Mm-hmm.
Don Davenport knows all about that.
Hi. Ooh. Happy Tuesday, people.
What up, Babsy? What are you up to today?
What up? Not much. Hey, just my normal, public service announcement, PSA. If you are not passing a car,
Gosh.
get out of the left lane. Other than that, all good. It is warm. It's a beautiful day in Music City, as Mayor likes to say.
Every day.
Although it's going, the next couple of days are going to be brutal. It's going to be hot. Like everything that we have avoided so far is now upon us. So be careful.
Lord have mercy.
Be careful. Be careful. Like we're talking about feels like 113.
And it's supposed to rain all weekend?
No. Don't put that on me.
Saturday's like 100 and sunny.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
I don't know.
That's what I last heard. Nope, now 48%.
I'm joking.
Ugh, that's bunk.
Okay, so yeah,
Hot rain.
Thursday,
Which makes it even more humid.
and moist and steamy and all those
Ew,
words.
stop.
Thursday, 99 degrees. Friday,
I got 99 problems and the heat is one.
It most definitely is.
Friday, 101 degrees.
Golly, like, why?
That's not the feels like temp
No,
either.
air
That's
temp.
just straight.
Saturday,
Oof.
100 degrees.
Oh my God.
Sunday, we get a cold front that moves through 94.
And it'll still feel like 100, I bet.
Yeah, and then like it gets down to 91, and for the next 6 days, it's like between 88 and 90. So
Oh, that's cool. Welcome
that'll
back.
feel like nothing, man, after
Yeah,
100
sure
for a
will.
couple days.
Goodness gracious. What was it, about 2 or 3 years ago when we were setting records with the heat?
I think last year we actually had no 100-degree days,
Yeah.
which surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
Might want to check that, Hunt, when you get a second. Or Zeph. Be a good project for Zeph.
There you go. Get on it, Zeph.
Get up on it.
I'm
So
right on top of that road.
tomorrow we will be broadcasting live from Pete and Terry's Tavern again outside Bridgestone Arena, and it's on the Demumbrian side.
Yeah.
In advance of the NHL draft, and it's interesting. The Preds have 13 picks
A lot of picks.
in the NHL draft. NHL.com, the Preds are trying to enter the top 4. And Barry Trotz basically said, yeah, that's true. But, like, they got to want to move out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are there's a lot of goal-scoring forward center talent in this draft from what I was reading. David Poyle was asked, and this will be his last managed draft. He will manage this draft with Barry Trotz. David Poyle was asked about finding the best available players with finding their fit. because that's two different things. Like Butch Jones went after, for example, when he was at Tennessee, he went after the highest star player no matter what the position. So like when a lot of these coaches put together, like this is what the roster board looks like next year, the year after. Harder to do now with the transfer portal, but back then, like he wasn't necessarily thinking positionally. He was just like, give me the best player.
Yeah, give me the guys.
And so we always talk about the NFL. Do you get the best guy or do you get need? And, we were talking with the S2 cognitive group, and they were talking about a lot more college coaches are looking less at how big is, like, how many stars do you have, as opposed to, like, how do you fit what we do?
Yeah.
And that's like Josh Heupel found Hendon Hooker, and he fit perfectly with what they do. And talking to some people, Jalen Hyatt fit perfectly with what they do. So Josh Heupel is one of those guys that will find like 3-star guy, but maybe he fits with what they do better, and that's what kind of they're looking for. So I thought that was an interesting question, and his answer is even more interesting. We're drafting assets.
Okay.
So what does that tell you? That tells you, like, yes, we're looking for players that we think we can develop that are talented, but also players that maybe one day we can trade.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought that was an interesting answer by David Boyle.
Good place to be in.
615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. Jason, on Facebook, you can watch the show, 3HL Zone TV, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Jason writes, amen, Don. Stop running red lights too, people.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Boy, I saw one yesterday. I was on McEwen in Cool Springs, and this guy went right through a red light across that big, long what road is that? Mallory? Right across a big, long intersection by Whole Foods. And I was like, dude is going to get popped.
Yeah.
Like, you could just see it. And somehow he got through there. I mean, he just gassed it.
There's a lot of cars right there, too.
But the funny thing is, like, there's another light up there that takes you to the car dealer or to the hotel jury suites. And that light was red, and he stopped for that one.
He's like, I can't do it twice.
He's like, I got lucky on that one.
This ain't pressure luck. What? How good did you guys watch the NHL awards last night? I watched it a little bit. I was impressed.
What'd you think?
I was impressed.
You're the
That's
big
the first time you've ever watched that,
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And a lot of it was due to us being down there in the environment. It's been in Nashville, and then I wanted to people were dressed up, so I was like, man, let me check this out. This has got to be a big thing, and they delivered good energy, the flow with the conversation with the people that were hosting it. Darks Bentley.
Dirks is the best.
Yeah, he put on a hell of a show.
He's a cool dude, too, man.
You can tell.
Went to Vanderbilt.
He's good at that too, right?
Oh, really good. Really good. Even got his son in on action. Son was out there active. So, yeah, man, that was pretty dope, man. Salute to the city for putting on, man.
Well, I didn't realize Sean Henry, COO of the Preds that we had on yesterday, I didn't realize this is the first time it's all been in the same place at the same time.
Yeah, he said since Vancouver, which was like 20.
It was forever ago, yeah.
Awards and draft in the same building.
In the same building.
Yeah, he was on the show yesterday. Very good conversation with him, man. He always ends up talking about life, which is cool. But, we were talking about moving forward as an organization. And he said, I'm not going to mince words. He said, this is a reset, but I'm not going to mince words. We're rebuilding. And he said, but, moving forward, he said, what did he say? He said,
well, he did say
stop equals death or safe equals death.
Yes.
And I was like, that's how you live your life, man. You throw yourself into situations, you trust yourself to figure it out. And it goes along with what we were saying the other day about parents don't want to hear this from us. And Slay agreed with me. There's no plan B.
No.
Like, if you find successful people, like we asked James Neal, when did you know you were going to the NHL? And he was like, I never thought I wasn't. Like, I said, so there was no plan B. He said, no.
Yep.
And so I said, well, it didn't make my mom real happy and some of the people around my life during the course of the time, but, like, I never had a plan B from radio. And I always looked at it as, like, if you have a plan B, you're planning to fail.
True.
which is not accurate.
It was for me. And Slate, you agreed, and you said, I
just think I think if you strike out on your plan A, then you ought to have enough savvy from what you've been through
believe in
your plan
yourself.
A and failing, to be able to pivot well enough to pick up a plan.
I was going to say sometimes you have to pivot.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what it is. But I'm definitely I'm like I'm not playing. This is my goal. I'm getting to my goal. Now if I get off to the side and got to veer a little bit, that's cool too. But I'm savvy enough to go shoot for that and then get back on course.
And let me clarify. Like I think you should have your next move in your head, but like just I would personally not invest in it, because if you're investing in it, you're taking away from what you're doing now.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do that.
And it's all about being able to get up. You got to get back up. You know what I'm saying? And you learn that through the fails of trying to go get your plan A.
That's right.
Of how to bounce back. So once that plan A fails, you done failed 70,000 times. So
and that's okay.
It's like, all right, let me go pick something else.
Everybody fails.
Yeah.
Well, you really don't fail until you quit.
True.
Listen to us.
You learn. This is life lessons.
Life lessons on 3HL.
And Dawn's like shaking her head
I'm
at
like,
us.
oh,
Get out of the
bless
left
it.
lane.
Get the heck over. Pivot.
Listen, kids, no plan B.
Plan B for what?
I'm like, listen, kids, sometimes life comes at you fast. You better have a plan B.
Yeah.
Just kind of know what you're going to do.
Be able to see the reality of it.
Don't invest in it.
Yeah.
Trust in yourself. Believe in yourself, you can move mountains.
See the reality, man.
615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. More 3HL next on 1045 The Zone. Oh, all kinds of people out there relying on Wi-Fi for everything throughout their homes. You need the best. Get their fastest speeds yet. Now with up to 5 to 10 times faster upload speeds included, Xfinity XFi Complete. Only Xfinity helps keep your devices safe and secure from cyber threats at home and on the go. Have peace of mind doing everything you love online with unlimited data. Only Xfinity will upgrade your gateway after 3 years at no extra cost for a better, more reliable connection for your home. Enjoy wall-to-wall Wi-Fi coverage throughout your home with an X5 pod included, if recommended. To get started, call 1-800-XFINITY, visit Xfinity.com, or drop into an Xfinity store today for more details. Requires Xfinity Internet with XFi Complete and compatible Xfinity leased gateway. Advanced security requires activation through the Xfinity app. Tech upgrade limited to Xfinity Internet customers with XFi Complete and XFi Gateway equipment. Upgrade after 3 years requires Xfinity Internet with a compatible Xfinity XFi Gateway. Other restrictions apply, not available in all areas. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. We brought this up earlier and then forgot to get back to it, strangely, on this show. We do tend to circle back eventually because Babs at some point remembers, like, oh, we said we were going to do this like an hour ago.
Sounds like perfect timing to me.
I mean, makes sense. Mm-hmm. Jets get Hard Knocks. They don't want it.
I know that.
I mean, would you want it?
No, nobody wants it. Like, Coach Mack tells you, like, very positive things that he experienced with it as an assistant coach. But, like I know, like, and it's funny that Fishbone ended up with it. Jeff Fisher ended up with it. But when he was here, he didn't want it. I know that.
No coach wants it.
Mike Vrabel certainly doesn't want it.
Oh, heck no.
Dan
And
Campbell,
he would be phenomenal on it.
Dan Campbell, he thrived in it.
He might have wanted it.
Because they up and starting and let everybody know what our culture is going to be like, I feel like. So,
Yeah, totally different
Yeah, but anybody established.
place,
Yep.
yeah.
But nah, they ain't trying to get that.
I believe that this will be the most watched Hard Knocks in the history of Hard Knocks, though.
No doubt.
Because
So many characters.
like him or hate him, Aaron Rodgers is a divisive guy that even if you hate him, you'll watch to see what kind of crazy crap he's going to be talking about.
Mm-hmm. And you got all kind of different. You got different characters. Like Sauce Gardner, he loves the camera.
Oh man, how good a football player is that guy?
Yeah,
Holy crap!
He's gonna put on the show for you. Garrett Wilson, I want to see what he does.
Yep, he's quickly becoming one of the best receivers in football.
It's gonna be interesting. I want to see this little running back. What is it? Bryce Breeze.
Bryce Breeze.
Yeah, I want to see him because I didn't get to watch enough of him last year. It felt like they tailed off a little bit. So with Aaron Rodgers there, I get to keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him.
I think
it's going to be
when
fascinating.
you watch it, I would watch it.
What about Zach Wilson too? Like I'm interested to see what the dynamic is there, and is there a mentorship at all?
Are y'all talking about Brees Hall?
Yeah, Brees Hall.
That's
Okay.
who it was.
I'm like,
who was that?
dude, you said Bryce Breeze. You just made up a player.
Bryce Breeze would be a great
Was he
player.
in that draft class last year or this year's draft class?
Who, Bryce?
Last year.
Bryce Breeze.
I-
That play out of Clemson. There's a guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm like, you're thinking Brees Hall, the Iowa State
Yeah,
Yes.
running back.
Yep.
Thank you, Babsy.
Yeah. He's legit, and then he got hurt.
What would we do if we didn't have her, man?
Right,
We'd just be out there.
Just run around.
Talking
Somebody
about-
come get your kids out the street. It's Joel and Slay out there again.
Get your babies out the street.
Where is Babsy?
You got the little
at
like yellow guy with the caution flag that parents put out. Watch out, boys are in the street again.
Hey, man, guess what? That's a real thing, too, man. Hey, y'all slow down in these neighborhoods, man.
Ooh.
Slow down in these neighborhoods. And don't text once you get into the don't text and drive, period. But, yeah.
Announcement.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Because I'm going to be honest, I've been guilty of it.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, especially at night, with it being summer, man, people walking the streets all times of the night in residential areas. So they like trying to, it's cooler so they can get their exercise in.
Yeah.
So be careful, man.
And
You gotta
all
have
the
your
kids
eyes
are
up.
out.
Yeah.
There's no school.
Yep.
Parents are like, get off the PlayStation and
Yep.
get outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes. See, we're just all about community announcements today.
This all stemmed from me and you running around rampant in the streets.
We tend to do that. Just wait until tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
We're at a bar.
Oh, it's on. I'm getting there early tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be good. Who do we have tomorrow?
God love Pete Weber. He tried to buy beers for us after he exited the show at
Yes,
5
he
o'clock,
did.
and we're like,
We
just so
can't
y'all
drink
know,
yet.
we can't drink on the air.
No.
We turned it down.
We did.
I always feel bad turning people down when they offer you a free drink because it's like, okay,
Especially
then
him. It's his
fine.
restaurant.
It's
It's
my
his
place.
bar.
You're in my house.
Yeah, I'm going to tell him I'll get it on Wednesday.
You're going to take a drink
I'm
when I
gonna
want you to.
I owe you, Pete.
You're going to take a drink when I want you to take a drink at
Yeah.
my house.
You can't say no. I would lock the door. You would never be able to get out.
All the doors were open, though.
I know. Skate through the patio.
But yes,
through the lanai.
we will be there tomorrow. Coach Mack will join us 3:20. Todd Furman at 4:30. But at 3:45, Leggy, David Legwan, former Predator.
Leg
Great.
wand.
So it'd be good to see him.
We got Penny Collins coming on too at 4.
Yes.
Also, he got a big weekend coming up. Deserve to Win weekend. Celebrity. The second annual celebrity weekend. So Penny Hardaway is bringing the team up from Memphis
Oh,
to play against a team
Penny,
from
Penny,
here.
Penny.
Penny.
Penny's
Is that
everywhere.
legal?
Oh. It don't matter with Penny. He'll tell him I don't care. Yeah, we can.
Penny
Teflon Don.
Collins, great dude, great coach. TSU
Yeah.
basketball, if
Yep.
you didn't know.
Big weekend coming up.
Let's talk some baseball. Root Sports, Washington Nationals, Seattle Mariners asked Zeph what this soundbite was about, and he said just something funny we found on the internet. I'm always for that. This is Aaron Goldsmith during the TV broadcast.
The 1-2. Strike 3 called. If you say so, and the Mariners win it.
If you say so.
So what I did is I just sent you guys the video on your phones so that you can see how bad this strike 3 was.
So far out the zone.
So now when you've seen the video and you hear the way that the broadcasters reacted to if you say so, we're going to take it because it gives us the dub. But, yeah, that's a bad call.
I think they did curve back inside a little bit, though.
No, that's outside and low.
It would have hit a guy in the right-hand batter's box's ankles.
Do you know how many times I've said that in travel baseball?
Yes.
Hopefully under my breath.
I would have
Dude,
digging after
that would have hit a guy in the other box.
I would have switch hit real quick.
Do you think the umpires like the fact that
say so?
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
like the fact that the
That's what, you know what? That's gonna be my new line for you guys. You say something, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like, if you say
Bryce-
so.
That
Bryce
could work,
Reese or
couldn't it,
whatever?
Babs? No, if you say so.
Yeah, it
Do you
totally
think,
works.
do you think the umpire how badly do you think the umpires hate that strike zone box that's on television?
Oh yeah,
Because they do stats on it too.
yeah. Well, referees and umpires and all that hate replay too, right?
I wish they would put it in College World Series. Oh, well, yeah, in the College World Series, just in the playoffs. Put that box. I need that little box.
I don't need it.
You don't need
No, but I get it.
But you got an eye. You been
But
around
here's-
baseball. You play baseball.
Listen, I didn't have any power, but I wasn't going to strike out, and I could hit it where I wanted to.
You know what I'm saying?
So I was looking for certain pitch. I like to go oppo, so I was looking for that outside pitch.
I can't do none of that.
So you need the box.
Yeah, I just swing.
It didn't last long
If
though.
I make contact, No, I know. I'm talking about in my mind.
Oh.
Yeah, I ain't really getting out though.
If y'all think major league umpires hate that box, the minor leaguers where they can challenge pitches now.
Yeah.
I was at a Sounds game last week on Friday. 7 challenges from Norfolk. They won every single one.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
7? Is there no
Insane.
limit?
They have 3, but if you win it, you don't lose
You
it.
don't lose it, so you can keep doing it. Yeah.
man.
Oof.
Oh, that game
And
was
the Sounds challenge one, they lost it. So
do they call they?
Well, so they've got the robo
That's all I'm gonna say.
umps in AA now, right? I think that's going to AAA soon.
It's in both, actually. So,
Oh, it is.
So what if you go to a Sounds game, what'll happen is on the scoreboard, they'll let you know what type of night it is. So you have the 3 options. You have the robo umpire, you have the challenge game, and then you'll also have a normal baseball game. And so minor league baseball is now the guinea pig, including AAA, is the guinea pig for which way works better. I like the challenge method because honestly, the challenges it'll only take 5 or 6 seconds to challenge it, and they put the challenge up on the board so that you can see what's going on if it's a strike, ball, or strike, and it's quickly, you can quickly figure out the answer.
What?
See, my thing with
The wheels are turning.
Yeah,
my
you're
thing with-
perplexed.
Yeah, with my thing with the robo umps, what if this robo ump? I watch a lot of movies, and if the robo ump just kind of loses it from the challenges and stuff, because you got to be able to challenge him, and he just starts spitting balls into the audience, into the crowd.
What do you mean spitting ball? He's not going to turn around and start firing it.
See, and that's where he got you food. See,
Slay,
you be the
it's-
first one to get hit.
did you watch Terminator yesterday?
No, but I watched. What's my boy name?
Skynet.
What's my boy name with the little flappy eyes? He got the rolling.
Bicentennial man?
No. Golly, what's my boy name? Y'all know the old school robot movie?
Short Circuit.
Short Circuit.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did
What
we
if
get
it's
to
like
Short
Short
Circuit?
Circuit?
Number 5.
Johnny
is
Five.
alive. Johnny Five.
alive.
So-
See, and you'll be the one, huh? He'll peg you in the head with a
No,
ball.
but-
But tell him
okay.
what the robo umpire
So the
is.
robo umpire is just an earpiece in the umpire's ear, Slay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's not
All
like a guy out there
All
with one of those T-shirt cannons that shoot the baseballs back at the pitcher.
See, they gotta give me something better.
I thought it was like a vibration
Dying
thing.
laughing at you.
Yeah, they gotta give me something better.
Then the
than that.
umpire, if he likes that, he's just going to start calling strikes more and more just to get that. So
No,
what's
no.
happening? You ass, Slay.
No, I'm telling you, man. Isn't that
all
much
it
better
is-
than having a little earpiece in? Put
Yeah,
a real
all
robot
it is
back there.
it's an earpiece, and what'll happen is the moment the pitch is thrown, then the umpire that's behind home plate will get the notification, ball or strike, and then he just relays the message.
Well, I'd feel completely.
That's not no robot.
I feel like completely useless if I was an umpire. Like all I'm doing is, I'm just signaling what somebody just buzzed me with.
Yeah, I'm taking it. I'm gonna start calling the wrong stuff purposely because this ain't.
What if you did that?
Yeah, what are y'all talking about? Strike. No, it's a ball.
What if you did that?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
does
You lose your job real
technology?
No, they'll lose their job.
Is there a point where technology goes too far? I mean, we talk about it sometimes with college football games with the replay.
Yep.
And that was one thing I liked about the XFL was it was completely transparent and out there because they mic'd up the replay guy. So you heard the replay booth talking about the replay and what they saw and whatever else. Like maybe if there was some kind of accountability for the replay thing, we wouldn't be in a replay for freaking 10 minutes trying to figure out a call that really isn't that big of a call. You know what I mean?
I do.
But like, is there a point where technology goes too far?
No,
We're taking that out of the game.
Exactly. Like, take the little earpiece. If we're going to do it, let's do it. That's why I'm like, look, where's the robot? I thought you were saying the sounds got the first bid on one.
Yeah, Johnny Five rolls out and he's standing directly behind the
How dope would that be? And like when it's a
Like a
wild
legit
pitch,
robot?
a wild pitch, and the catcher put his hand back.
Yeah, but
like,
then
put
what
it
if
in?
the umpire robots take over?
That's what I'm
Johnny
saying.
Five is
Also,
alive.
how would they call like safe and out, like at the plate, like plays at the plate?
No. He's agile. These some new age robots. Yeah, man. Yeah.
He's got to get out. He's got to get out of the way, like Dusty Baker's kid, who now's
Come on,
playing
man.
professional baseball.
You feel me? He scoop him right up. Hey, man, this ain't E.T. You know,
Could
when you put him in a little basket.
Short circuit Johnny Five calls him out at home, and you start arguing with the robot.
Johnny Five put that. Well, if you see that little thing come down on his shoulder, you better hush it up.
Yeah,
that's
because
a laser.
he could shoot you.
Yeah, you get on
Aaron,
that one.
does Slade think robot umps will become aware? Terminator 7, anyone?
Just saying, man. That's way cooler than having that little thing in your ear. I could go do it then. Like, you don't even have to take classes.
But you still have to make the call at the plate. Robot's not going to help you there.
That's easy. Look, if his foot touched the plate before he get tagged,
How many replays have you seen at home where it's like
their eyes ain't like mine.
Mark, you're an old school baseball guy. To me, like, I don't like the robot umpires because, like, I think one of the beautiful things about baseball as a hitter is trying to figure out not what the zone is every time you play baseball, but what that particular umpire zone is.
Yeah, no, that
and as a pitcher,
if I agree with you, and I know that baseball is going to go to one of the two methods. And I think that if we have to choose based on what I have seen, I like the challenge method more than I like the robot method because the challenge method still allows the home plate umpire to make the calls and you can pick and choose which ones you're going to challenge. And that's where based on the games that I've been at the Sounds, whenever they've been in challenge game, I like that method way better than the robot umpires. That the challenge method still allows the human error aspect of this.
Give me Johnny Five. I feel you, though.
Johnny Five then becomes a T1000.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do out here, man.
615-737-1045. SNY, New York Mets, Milwaukee Brewers, Gary Cohen on the Mets television broadcast.
I see Atlanta won that game. 4-1 final.
Acuna hit a 2-run homer. Spencer Strider got the win. Out to right field, and Marte is over. 1 out.
God, the Braves just don't lose.
They've won 18 of their last 21 games.
Mets broadcaster. Here's the thing, Mets broadcaster. You're 16 out. Shut the hell up. Get the Braves name out your mouth. You ain't catching them.
Boy, there's some rivalries there, boys.
Man, if you want to go after the Phillies, you're 5.5 behind them, and that's third place. So, like, you start talking about Steve Carlton and Larry Boa and stuff.
They're 16 games out of first, but in the payroll tracker, they are first in Major League Baseball because they spent over $261 million on their contract.
Well, Verlander get was good, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm sorry. The total payroll, not counting just the 26-man roster, is $344 million.
And they're 35-43. Hey, man, money can't buy you happiness.
Nope.
Having money doesn't mean you're smart.
Buy you some All-Stars.
Well, former.
You buy former All-Stars, yeah.
Former.
Did y'all see that clip of Verlander saying, I don't think anybody saw this coming?
Bull crap. Well, it's because your eyesight's bad.
Every Braves fan saw this coming.
Look, I love Verlander as an Astros fan. Like, he did a lot for the Astros. There's no question about that. And he's an unbelievable dude, and he's a fun guy and all of those things. But you reach an age, man. And he wanted to command, what did he end up getting? $30 million?
Bankroll.
I'm on top of that, Rose.
Yeah. You just reach a point where, like, it's kind of like with running backs with pitchers, right? Like, there's a significant drop-off all of a sudden.
Justin Verlander signed a 2-year, $86.6 million deal. Which in
baseball
this year,
contracts are guaranteed, so that's 43 and change.
Yep, 33 a year
30,
for the next 2 seasons.
I mean, it's all the same.
What's $13 million among friends?
Right? I mean, come on.
It's okay.
I mean, he's getting like $10 million a start, I believe, based on how injured he's been.
Like Dylan Cruz, it's okay.
I mean, he's married to Kate Upton also. He's 40, so, I mean, he's making more than
He's a man.
than his age. He's still making more than his age, and he's 40 years old.
Oh.
All right, coming up next, we got Allan Bell from Sportsline.com. We'll get you some winners next. 3HL 1045 this home. Want to tell you about my friends at Brentwood Jewelry, the Amamali family. Go see them, meet them. They'll become quick friends with you, and you'll feel like family with them. And love going in there and talking with Brandon and the crew about various things and talking with them about their business and watching how they interact with their clientele. It's really a family-first atmosphere, and it happens quickly. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Check them out online, BrentwoodJewelry.com. Brentwood Jewelry here to help you pop the question and let them help you take stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings or talk with their custom design specialist to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. Did you know that only 1 in 4 men involves their partner when purchasing an engagement ring, and nearly a third of women say they would prefer to help pick it out? Let Brentwood Jewelry help you with that process. If you haven't already heard, Nashville's premier timepiece dealer, Brentwood Jewelry as well. Go check out their selection of watches, including fine pre-owned Rolexes for a fraction of the cost. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com. Oh, look at him change the lyrics.
Pretty smart back there.
You do that stuff? Or did MC Ren do that? Or I guess it would be Dre, actually. Because I'm not stupid. Mother suckers.
Mm-hmm.
That's much better. 615-737-1045. Allan Bell from Sportsline.com joins us now to talk about numbers. Allan.
AB.
I need some advice from you, bro.
What you got?
At Allan Bell 247, by the way. You can tweet him. He will respond.
Also known as In Fuego.
Yeah. Slay in the promo talked about how hot you are. And I said, oh, that's a nice thing for you to say. And he's like, I'm talking about betting, but yeah, also.
Yeah, I was going to say, first off, man, I'll take that on looks and betting, but we all know it's betting. It's definitely not looks there. But, yeah, we had a great run of the College World Series. It was awesome. Great games. Man, I'm sad that it's gone, but you know what? It'll be back around the corner. And I think LSU just bought another 60,000 Jello shots, so there you go.
Here's the thing, and I've never been on a run like this, so I don't know what to do. So I need your advice. I've won 7 bets in a row.
Nice.
So do I keep rolling or do I, take a break just out of respect for betting?
No, keep rolling.
That's right.
Keep rolling. Yeah, like you're seeing things. Like you are sitting first pitch fastball and you are feeling it, man. Like these things don't come around a ton. Yeah, you just trust your gut. And I'll tell you this, all right? Don't let one loss deter you. Come right back, right? Like losses are going to happen. Come right back. You're doing something right.
AB, looking at your percentage, dog, I don't know if you want to share it. Well, you got to because it's on social media, but ain't a secret. Dog, overall 65%, 36-19 in the College World Series, man.
Yes, sir.
Dude,
yes,
that's
sir.
how you go get it, man. You talk about being on the heater, dog. What were you seeing when you're in that zone like that?
Man, so, honestly, man, I was looking at teams that left runners on base and how they went about it in the next game. And if you watch LSU, like they left runners on base, but their leadoff guys got on base to start innings, right? And gave themselves opportunities. And when you see a stadium like Charles Schwab in Omaha, it's so large that it takes the home run ball away, right? So then it's like, okay, who's getting runners on to start innings and who's moving them around? And LSU was doing that, and it didn't always mean runs every inning, but they kept doing it, right? So it was like, man, this LSU team has something that these other guys don't, not to mention pitching too. But, yeah, man, that's what I saw, and luckily it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you move on to now? Are you all into Major League Baseball? Is that where we are now?
Yeah, pretty much, right?
That's what I've been doing.
Here's the tough part.
Yeah,
here's the thing. You guys know it too. Major League Baseball is tough, especially when you start getting, close to the All-Star break, right? Because you got guys that, are getting some rest. You got guys that are kind of shutting it down a little bit, guys that are going to play in the All-Star game. How do you, go about it after, like the home run derby, things like that. That's the difficult part, man. It's just because there's so many games in Major League Baseball. But yeah, I mean, that's what we got, man. That's what we got.
We do have the Nashville native entering this year in the home run derby, Mookie Betts. So what do you think his odds are this time?
Man, for Mooks, here's the tough part is that he could go, but you got to have those raw power guys that are ready to just blast bomb after bomb after bomb. So Mookie's going to be down towards the bottom. Now, again, not saying that he can't do it, but, Mookie's also a pretty smart guy. I bet he goes into it, has some fun, but he's not going to adjust his swing. He's not going to mess himself up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got to have those guys that are just out there trying to just absolutely mash and hit bombs. I'm interested to see, are there any Braves players that are?
Any what?
Oh, Braves fans?
Braves
players that are going to be in the home run derby.
Hunk, have you seen that list yet? I haven't looked yet.
I haven't either. Matt Olson could be a guy that could go. He is seeing the ball right now better than anyone in Major League Baseball. He is mashing everything.
The only two people that have confirmed is Julio Rodriguez and Mookie Betts. Those are the only two.
Julio Rodriguez could go. I mean, obviously, we've seen him before. Look at how he's hitting right now. Go look at his last 3 games. This dude is putting up 3 hits a game, 2 hits a game, 4 hits a game. He is hitting the ball very, very well right now.
Man, so you got baseball. I guess I can filter over a little bit into the WNBA.
Hey, I'll say this though, Slay, real quick. I'll say this. So with baseball, it's tough when you're betting games and you're betting totals.
Yeah.
Go look at books that have hits plus runs plus RBIs. DraftKings, I know, is one of them.
Okay.
So the numbers always set at 1.5. All right, so I'll give you a perfect example. I have Austin Riley tonight, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. So what that means is you have all three of those categories. You just need to get 2, right? So if he hits a home run, that's a hit, that's a run, and an RBI. If he gets 2 hits, you cash it. If he gets a hit and an RBI, et cetera. Like, that's how you go about it, man. Find your guys that are hot. That's how you go about Major League Baseball. Because picking the games right now can be nuts.
Man. All right. Let's see. Write this down while I'm doing that.
Total bases as well. Like,
Total bases.
Not all books have hits, runs, and RBIs, but total bases, same thing, man. 2 hits, get you there. A double gets you there. Home run, triple. Yeah, those are good bets, too.
Okay. Love it.
Allan Bell 247 on Twitter. Tell people what they're going to get when they go to sportsline.com, AB.
Yep. So, we're breaking down every single game, and what we'll do is simulate that game 10,000 times and get your projected score, get your projected player stats for prop bets there, and then we're going to grade the bets, right? Money line, run line, total, and we have 3 grades there. A grade, we recommend it, bet it, do it. B grade, we like it. We're not going to tell you to do it, but we kind of like it. C grade, good luck. we don't like much of it either. So, yeah, and that's any sport, any game, you name it, man, we're all over it.
Doesn't have anything to do with betting, but I saw you tweet about it, and it reminds me to bring it up. Former Vol Drew Gilbert, Hunk mentioned in one of his updates, named to the 2023 Major League Baseball All-Star Futures game. Pretty cool.
Oh, it's awesome. And I tell you what, man, this guy is absolutely – what you saw at Tennessee is what he's doing in the minor leagues. Like, he is going to be in an Astros uniform very soon. And I know, Mayor, you'll be the first one to get that uniform, too. I know you're going to get it.
Yeah, I've got a kid that loves the Vols and loves the Astros, so Drew Dog might be getting that. Yeah, and he loves jerseys, so there you go. Hey, what do you think? This is, again, unrelated to betting, but we were talking about in baseball, you're going to get the robot umps at some point in Major League Baseball. What do you think about that?
Man, it's fascinating. There's probably, an older crowd that will hate it. There's probably a younger crowd that'll hate it, but I think that the key is if it's just consistent, man. And I'll be honest, Major League Baseball hasn't had too terribly many problems. College baseball was horrible, man. There were some really awful calls. I think that they could use it more than the major leagues. But, we're kind of going more to this automated thing, and, we'll see. But as long as it's consistent, like, that's all that you want is a hitter and a pitcher. If you're high, if you're low, outside, inside, whatever, just be consistent with it. And if they do that, I think everybody will get used to it.
Love it. Good stuff, AB. Appreciate you, man. Everybody needs to follow Allan Bell on Twitter, at Allan Bell 24/7. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate y'all, man.
All right, Sportsline.com. When we come back, Trent Dilfer basically saying I dare coaches to come after my players. Not that he wouldn't go after anybody in the transfer portal, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll play that little bit of audio from the Rick and Bubba Show. Coming up next, 3HL 1045 The Zone.
The weather's heating up, people, and you should be heating up the betting app. That's Superbook Sports betting app. You got to go to your phone, download it, or go to your iPad, mobile device, whatever it may be, or go to superbooksports.com, and you can get in on the hot bets this summer at Superbook Sports, the most trusted name in Vegas and sports gambling. Hey, it's made simple. It is made very simple with Superbook Sports. So be sure to go and download. And just now, I'm telling you right now, get in on this now. Go sign up. Sign up, deposit, and wager, and you'll get up to $250. Yes, they will match it. If you go put $250 in and you lose the $250, don't worry about that. They're going to match it. You're going to get that $250 right back. Or you can double it and get a free $250. Hey, man, it don't get better than that. Make sure you use the promo code, The Zone, or Slay, either one, and you will get that money in your account immediately. Visit Superbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem, call 1-800-889-9789. Book it.
Good evening. I'm Joe Hogg. So you thought that the Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots are the only two teams that are kind of in on the DeAndre Hopkins sweepstakes. Well, according to Sal Paolantonio earlier today, there's two more. That would be the Carolina Panthers, because everybody wants to go move to Charlotte, and the Cleveland Browns, because also everybody wants to move to Cleveland. Also found out a little while ago, Drew Gilbert is going to be in the Major League Baseball Futures game. That's going to be happening on July 8th, which is a Saturday at T-Mobile Park, ahead of Major League Baseball's All-Star game. And the Minnesota Twins and Atlanta Braves go at it again tonight at 6:20. Locally, you'll be watching it on Bally Sports. If you're listening outside of the viewing area, TBS will be where you can see that. Bryce Elder will be on the mound for the Braves. For all your foundation repair waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. 5 o'clock hour has begun. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City, a beautifully hot day in the Music City. Don Davenport is here with her pink headphones.
Hello. That's right.
So, Don was out, a couple weeks ago. Taylor Lewan sat here for all 3 hours of the show, and one of the things he talked about was something they were doing with Buzzing with the Boys was the Beer Olympics, which is actually today.
Yeah, it's going on right now.
All over their Twitter feed. But one of the things that he said during the course of the show, number one, he said "Go Vols" at one point.
Oh.
To Slay's delight. Babsy says it all the time.
Listen, you need to delete that.
Anytime you want Babs to say "Go Vols," she'll do it, right?
Yep.
No. I wish the rest of that was saved because.
No.
Okay, stop.
Babs, are you a Tennessee fan?
No. Y'all think this is funny. I'm super annoyed
Babs,
by it.
who do you think is going to win the SEC East this year?
This makes me want to
Babs, if there's one SEC team that you think is the next dynasty in college football, who do you think it is?
I hate y'all. I hate both of you. And you too, Zeph.
If there's one team in college football that could take down an NFL team, who do you think it is?
Ugh. This song. If you are not a Tennessee alum or a Tennessee fan, you despise.
Hey, you can't talk bad about the song today.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in
Whoever wrote
peace.
it originally passed away, right?
Yeah.
See, now you're. God.
So when Babs
Hunk,
likes.
what are you doing? Just eating back there, letting
Zeph just run the world.
The intern run the board?
Hey, I thought we established I'm not an intern. I do get paid.
He
I
does
do get paid.
He's a professional radio broadcaster.
Now you're an intern to me. You've been demoted.
I asked Travis Harder the other day, what does Babs say when she wakes up? First words out of her mouth.
Ugh.
And what does she say when she goes to sleep? Last words out of her mouth. When she gets behind somebody slow in the fast lane and she whips on by them, she slows down to their pace, rolls down her window and says,
Y'all are the worst. You know what? I'm going to delete that damn cut right now.
No, Babsy.
when Babs utters her last words on this planet.
Babs, I need this. This is bringing joy.
What are they?
Don, you can't bash Zep on this because
it was such a smart aleck comment. It wasn't even a real go.
Did y'all know that Babs has some ink? She has one tattoo.
Okay, this is no.
It reads.
So Don, I actually need to compliment Zep on the job he is doing.
It's Zeph.
Zep.
No, it's not Zep. It's
It's not Led Zeppelin. It's Zeph. Joseph.
No, you're not complimenting anything.
No, because he just discovered something that I don't think any of us knew in this building until just this very second.
What?
That's like permanent.
There's a lock on this door.
There's
in
a
here.
lock on this door.
We are protected.
Dawn couldn't get in if she wanted to.
Oh, no, she'll find a way, dude. She's like a rat in the corner.
See this little glass right here? She get in there.
Did he just get up and go lock the door?
He did. He locked the door, and I looked over and I went, "There's a lock on this door." I had no idea.
That sounded a lot like, come and knock on my door.
I was watching it the other day.
Three's Company.
Yeah.
Boy,
Oh,
that-
God. Now my stepdaughter's texting me to go Vols.
that a girl Morgs.
Yeah, a little more.
Little Mo. Yeah. Three's Company. You're watching that?
Yeah.
Wow. Jack Tripper had it made, man.
Dog, did y'all know that Yeah.
Yeah, go Vols.
Today's
There you
the
go.
day. Today's the day that Dawn let everyone out there, all Vol Nation, know who she's really a fan of. See, Vol Twitter likes to bash Dawn Davenport. But in reality, she likes
Vols
to say...
fans think I hate them.
Yeah, but in reality, she says...
There you go. Just play this segment on your chat boards.
Play this on your chat.
I'm sorry, Babs. We owe you
Like,
one.
totally. Like, when I say I'm annoyed,
I know.
I know it too.
But here's the counterbalance for me. Like, I know that you're... Like, I usually don't go way past the line.
no, you're past it.
Oh, I know.
You
But-
flew by it.
Yeah, but look at the reward over here.
This is not the reward.
Look at this
Dawn-
chuckling dude over here.
Hey, and you're cut off. What are you doing
No,
back there?
here's
Hunk?
the
You're
thing.
eating.
I have
you
a
are
chi-
eating.
I-
You're not even watching what's going on.
I've only-
You're not in control anymore.
I've only been a parent for 4 years, but I just realized you got to let kids make mistakes themselves. And I'm just letting him do this so that he can see what it's like to piss Dawn off and what happens.
Zeph, you just wait, buddy.
See?
Hey, paybacks are a Mitch.
I'm coming after you,
Hey,
kid.
man. Oh, that was good.
And no, HR, that was not a threat. You don't have to call me again.
You passed that class.
Yeah, and just to
I
let
don't
you
need
know,
the email.
just to let you know that she's really not irritated. She wants you to know one thing.
What is wrong with you? You've crossed the line.
Cross the line, buddy. Hey, I didn't know.
man.
I didn't know. Talking about Three's Company though, like Chris had told me. What was the old guy's name? Furley,
Mr. Roper.
Mr. Roper. But
Well,
what was his real
Furley,
name?
too. Furley was the other guy.
He didn't want to do the show at first
Don Knotts.
because he didn't agree with a guy staying with two girls as a roommate.
Really? I didn't know that either.
I didn't either. So that's why he
Oh,
had.
how the times have changed.
Yeah, he had to try. He had to portray like he was homosexual.
Huh.
Oh, you're talking about Jack himself.
Jack,
Jack
yeah.
Tripper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
He had to portray that in
Which was
in the
John
show.
Ritter.
Yeah, with John Ritter.
That's how he got away with things. Like, this was in the
Because
1970s.
Furley wasn't going to do it.
Hey.
He said he wasn't going to do the show.
By the way, 6 degrees of separation.
You know,
Uh-oh.
Furley.
I wasn't. No, I know Ritter. I knew John Ritter.
Oh, that's right. He did pass on.
He did.
He passed.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I was in Problem Child with him.
In the movie?
Yep.
Babs, you was in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
You were in Problem Child?
I was.
Damn it, Babs!
Yep.
Why are we just now finding this out?
What's
Yeah.
wrong with
I mean,
you?
I didn't have a
Okay.
speaking part.
It don't
though.
matter.
I
It
was
don't
in
matter.
it.
You was in a movie, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
You still get royalties from that? I know you do from Nashville. You get like 13
Oh my
cents.
gosh. I got my biggest Nashville, the show royalty check that I have ever gotten.
What was it?
I got it yesterday.
19 cents.
$25.62.
Wow.
Apparently, Nashville is big overseas right now.
It's picking up, Babsy. It's picking up steam, baby.
What about Problem Child? Why are you just
Dude.
now springing this on
Yeah,
us?
What were you doing in there, Babsy? Was you
I
running around the
was a
street like
kid.
Manura?
I was a kid playing. Yes, exactly. That was me.
Dog.
Party. Yep.
The things you learn about your teammates.
You know the little
man.
brat girl where she says,
I'm going back to watch
it's
this.
my party, and then it's like, it's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. And the problem child is destroying everything. The little redhead kid's destroying everything.
Dude.
I was a part of that little party where he was destroying everything. He was actually kind of a real problem child on the set.
Holy cow. So Gilbert Gottfried was in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Babsy's a star.
Michael
been a
Richards,
star.
who played Kramer on Seinfeld, was in that movie.
Hey, man.
Damn, son.
I can't believe
sister,
you, Babsy.
Yeah.
Your name's not
It was
on
a
the
long
list,
time
though.
ago.
Why would you hold out on us like
She did have one line in the movie, though, and she said this.
Yeah.
Way back then.
Worst. You're the worst.
How old were you when this was? No, don't say that because people could look.
I mean, what year was that movie? 1980.
1990. It came out in 1990. It probably filmed in 89.
89.
I got it.
Yep.
I got it too. I don't see her though.
I was the little Indian. I was dressed like an Indian.
Native American.
What? Can you not say Indian?
That's what I was going to say.
I don't know.
They changed the whole baseball team because of that.
Yeah, that's true.
What about Thanksgiving?
They are
but
they are the Guardians now instead of.
I know, but I thought that was just because, as a mascot, it's offensive.
I mean,
I see a pirate.
I would assume they prefer Native Americans, but I
See
don't
the
know.
little
I'm not going to
pink
speak
Indian.
Hold on. I'm getting close.
I'm sorry, Native American.
Man, this is amazing.
This is going to trip me out when I find it.
Can you see me in the background there?
My buddy Aaron
Running around
said,
in the street.
Yeah, in the backyard.
Yep, that's the backyard. Yep.
Yeah.
I see.
So
right
there's
now,
one
opening
point my mom
presents.
was in it too. Her behind makes a very massive appearance.
Buffy's butt is in the film.
Yeah.
Was she like a butt double?
Yeah.
My buddy Aaron says my mind is blown about Problem Child. Mine too, Aaron.
Man, she messed
How
us
long
up
have I
with that
known
one,
you
man.
and didn't know that?
I know. I mean, well, I didn't get a credit for it. I should have gotten a credit for it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
I filmed it for 3 days.
When I worked
Dang.
at 1510, there was a salesperson named Cinnamon Idols, and she maybe lives in Nashville. Still haven't seen her or talked to her in a long, long time. But
Was that her real name?
She was awesome. Yes, that was her real name. She was in 16 Candles, and she had a part like she was the little sister for Molly Ringwald.
Really? That's
Like she
fun.
was in it.
That's so fun.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And now
All y'all
she's just-
stars rolling around. How are we not in a
living
movie, Slay?
I don't know. I would
Oh,
love to
there's
be in
me.
There's
Is that me on the left?
one. That's a clown.
She likes to call us clowns.
Right.
While you're looking for that, Rick and Bubba radio show in Birmingham, they had Trent Dilfer on. He's now the UAB head coach coming over from Lipscomb Academy. He has said this a couple of different times, but said this on Rick and Bubba's show, talking about how he's daring coaches to come try and take his players.
Oh, no.
And it's easy for a coach to say, oh, man, you're going to jump right into this nickel spot and you're going to play in national televised games every week. And that's really easy to say. And then kid shows up and he's like, well, wait a second. Why am I the third guy? By the way, come try to get my guys.
Right.
Like, I dare you, Power Fives. I got a pretty big platform that I can step on.
Yeah.
And if I find you in my kids' DMs, and if I find you talking to high school coaches about my kids, if you're in my roster, I'm going to call your ass out. I'm going to say it by name to the biggest voices in television today, and it's going to make Game Day, and it's going to make Sports Center, and it's going to make, because by the way, those guys running Sports Center are still my friends.
That's right. I still got their
So
sale.
go ahead. I dare you to jump into my roster. And I told the American coach the same thing. I said, why don't you guys have the you-know-whats to stand up and say, get out of my roster?
Right.
I said, here's why, because you want their job.
Oh,
You
said it.
I want this job.
That's right.
I don't want no power. I want this job. I want to live in Birmingham. I want to live downtown. I want to go see my grandson in Nashville. I don't want that other job. So I don't care if you blackball me.
Right.
I want this job. I want the city of Birmingham to say, no, that's our city. That's our coach. Right. And so go ahead. I'm not scared of whoever, the grand poopah of poopahs,
Did he
to
just get the
blackball me.
music played on
Right?
him?
Like, get out of my roster. These are my guys. I love these guys. Stay the hell out of it.
It was a radio promo. That's why they had the music.
And I'm with him
That
all the way
was,
to the point.
That's
Okay,
That's pretty harsh.
I can be with him until he takes somebody out of the transfer portal.
No,
That's fair.
I'm with him until he say I don't want a Power 5 job.
Right.
Of course he wants a Power 5 job.
I was with him till he said he wanted to stay living in Birmingham. At that point, I was out because I've done that.
Good
point, huh?
Birmingham's got issues.
I think he was talking more about guys on his roster. Like if players go to the transfer portal, take those guys, but don't like try to get them to jump into the portal.
Oh, I got
Oh
you.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes
I mean,
sense.
I get what he was saying.
Yeah, but he
okay.
ain't got to worry about the coaches. Ain't gonna do it anyway. It's the players that go in. The players that go in the DMs on rosters and get the players.
Yeah, the players
It ain't
recruit the
coaches.
players.
No, the coaches don't do that.
No,
because they don't
the
have
players.
to.
Yeah, they ain't got to.
It's like, hey,
Look what
my
we doing
star
over there.
quarterback, this wide receiver over at UAB is doing
Mm-hmm.
some big things. You should tell him to come on over.
Real simple.
Coaches at Power 5 programs aren't dumb enough to do that.
Yeah, no. And like you said, they don't have
But
to.
if they are, Trent Dilfer's getting them.
He'll have a field day with it. You want to shine a light on him?
I felt like he very much like name drop on that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a big deal.
Yeah.
I have many leather-bound books in my library.
I got Scott's on Sports Center. They're still my
Network.
friends.
Yeah, like, okay.
Got a powerful voice. That was interesting.
I've got it paused, Babs. I'm trying to see you.
So Dawn Davenport was in the film Problem Child, and you're saying she was a clown in the street?
No, she's one of two right here. It's one
Let me
with
go
pink.
look.
Yeah. Pink. And
Was Dawn's mom in the movie wearing a blue dress?
I was looking for it.
Yes, she says, Brandon, on Facebook.
That ain't
You can watch the show's on TV, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
There she is. All right, when we come back, more 3HL. Jake and Brentwood is on hold. 3HL 1045 The Zone. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Thomas wants to talk about what Trent Dilfer said, and we played this cut from Rick and Bubba's show in the last segment. Can we do it again, Zeph? You got that handy?
Handy, Zeph.
Trent Dilfer.
And it's easy for a coach to say, oh, man, you're going to jump right into this nickel spot and you're going to play in national televised games every week. And that's really easy to say. And then kid shows up and he's like, well, wait a second. Why am I the third guy? By the way, come try to get my guys.
Right.
Like, I dare you, Power Fives. I got a pretty big platform that I can step on.
Yeah.
And if I find you in my kids' DMs, and if I find you talking to high school coaches about my kids, if you're in my roster, I'm going to call your ass out. I'm going to say it by name to the biggest voices in television today, and it's going to make Game Day, and it's going to make Sports Center, and it's going to make, because by the way, those guys running Sports Center are still my friends.
That's right. I still got their
So
sale.
go ahead. I dare you to jump into my roster. And I told the American coach the same thing. I said, why don't you guys have the you-know-whats to stand up and say, get out of my roster?
Right.
I said, here's why, because you want their job.
Oh,
You said it. I want this job.
That's right.
I don't want no power. I want this job. I want to live in Birmingham. I want to live downtown. I want to go see my grandson in Nashville. I don't want that other job. So I don't care if you blackball me.
Right.
I want this job. I want the city of Birmingham to say, no, that's our city. That's our coach. Right. And so go ahead. I'm not scared of whoever, the grand poopah of poopahs, to blackball me. Right? Like, get out of my roster. These are my guys. I love these guys. Stay the hell out of it.
Trent's an interesting dude. He's really an intense guy. And it's funny, like, won a state championship at Lipscomb Academy and built that program up. But during the COVID deal where the metro schools weren't allowed to have their kids at practice and things like that, there were a bunch of private school guys like Ingle Martin stepped up. Trent Dilfer was at this media summit that they all held and like was really an advocate for that. And I really appreciated that about him. But he will tell you exactly what he thinks. That is for sure. And he wrangled a lot of feathers around this town in that high school football world. That is for sure. But it's interesting now to go back and hear it. And now I hear what Zeph was saying and what you were saying, Don, and what you were saying. It's like that, you know, as if you're a coach and I find you in my players' DMs, which to your point, Slay, I don't think they do that. They don't need to.
I got to. He got the right to go off if it is a coach. You know what I'm saying? That's punching below the belt. But
I think it probably happens sometimes.
I'm
right?
sure it does.
Yeah,
Anything
I
happens
so
sometimes. I'm with you.
Depend on the caliber of the player, too, that they're going to take the risk to go get. But that's interesting. He's talking to high school coaches about my guys. I don't understand that. Because kids, when they commit to places, UT just had an official visit weekend where they had like 15 guys and like 5 or 6 of them already committed that are high school guys. So, like, what do you mean? They still taking visits. So what am I, like, I don't get that part.
Yeah, how committed
That's
are
what
you?
I don't get that.
Oh, I thought he was talking about like a guy who played his freshman year or something, but still close with his high school coach.
If that's the case, okay.
Yeah, I think
that's
that's true.
Okay.
Yeah, into his roster.
Because that's an easy way for coaches to get around actually talking to
That's
the
true,
player.
too. Okay, all right. That makes sense.
That's how I took it, but I don't know.
737-1045. Thomas next up on 3HL. Thomas, what's up?
Yeah, I find it awfully ironic that Dilfer would pop off like that when he built that Lipscomb roster on kids from everywhere outside the 615. You look at that roster, and he had them from California, people moving in here from outside Davidson County to play for him, and now he's going to bark about people coming after his kids. He did the same thing at Lipscomb.
That is, I did actually hear that there were a lot of transfers that came into Lipscomb.
I know for a fact.
Yeah, I
mean,
agree with
you
that.
could do it. It was legal.
Yeah. And if you're going to play a nationally ranked schedule, you better do it. You better go get some guys. That's my only thing about that. Is have an opportunity to go to Oak Hill, like you if you're going to play that schedule, you better. You better, because you're going to get You're going to get embarrassed. Like the schedule they got coming up this year, Lipscomb, man, they open up with IMG.
Yeah, and I haven't dug.
Go get somebody.
Hey, Kevin Mawai is the coach now. I haven't dug around over there to see if they are still going to be inundated with transfer players.
He's running a different ship.
I think that's true from what I hear.
Ship. But I also don't. So
Dilfer set it up a certain kind of way and then left, and they went up in Division 2.
Yeah.
And so now Kevin Mawai is going to run it a little bit more like what they used to be.
Yeah.
And still, try to be great and win games and all those things. But,
and that's the thing. I don't think I don't know Mawai, but I don't believe he wants that type of. That's a different level, man.
Mm-hmm.
That
Kevin Mawai is one of the great dudes that are out there.
Yeah,
like he's incredible.
Yeah, and I don't doubt that at all. I'm just saying, like when you gonna play that nationally ranked schedule, man, you going to play some Georgia teams, some Texas teams,
IMG.
Florida teams, like it. You going to? Yeah, you better go get you something. Go get you some dogs. Keep them dogs right. Play the local dogs, because them dogs.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, because that's what the teams that you going to play. That's what they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's man.
Like IMG's got players from everywhere.
The Georgia high school, the Georgia county, Georgia state schools got players from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the program that you build. That's what attracts. Also, I'm gonna say that too. So. I don't know. I think on a smaller scale, it happens here still. You know what I'm saying? Think about how many kids live in East Nashville or North Nashville and go to school in Rutherford County. Or, you know what I'm saying? Go to the county schools. It happens all the time. And private schools, and it's just on the smaller
It is
scale.
harder, though, because they will make players sit. And who's the kid that went to Murfreesboro from anyway? Ended up at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you moving in them zones though. It's ways.
Like there's
around
two
it.
different ways to do it. Like you could be the best you can be locally, or you can be one of those academy type things.
Yep.
And so it's like he turned them into that academy type thing and then left.
Yep.
And so now what are they?
Are they back to Lipscomb Academy?
But they're going to get, run.
Oh yeah, they still got talent. But that's what I'm saying. When you
players leave though because Dilfer left.
No.
Okay.
They still got the guys.
Okay.
But that's the thing though. You got when you playing that type a level of competition year in and year out, you got to be able to recycle guys in. So your sophomores that are about to be juniors they're gonna get major time. Like everybody's gonna take a step up, but you're building it to recycle itself. Like,
he had it built that way
was
too.
rolling.
Like if he'd have stayed there for 10 years,
Yep.
Lipscomb Academy would have been IMG, basically.
And that's why I push back on I want to stay right here in Birmingham.
I was going to say, how long do you think it'll take before he's like, okay, wait, I want Power 5 resources?
Dude got a different competitive fire, man.
Don't say that. I don't want a Power 5
That's what I was
job.
talking
Yes,
about.
you
Like
do.
he's a really intense guy, and it's because of that. Like
Ain't
the
no
competitive
question.
fire is ridiculous.
Yeah, ain't no question.
Well, and in order to really be competitive, you're going to have to be at a Power 5 job eventually with Power 5 money and Power 5 resources and staff and all of that.
Yep, all the frustration I said in.
Yep.
Real quick, props to a podcast that invited me to participate in their podcast yesterday, the Power Hour 615, at the Power Hour 615. You can check them out on YouTube. We did about an hour yesterday talking about the NFL and the Titans.
Nice.
Also, the 615 podcast, which is on Twitter at podcast 615. Appreciate all the podcasting crews that are out there grinding, man, with a lot of good entertainment and information. And just keep pushing, guys. Jake in Brentwood next up on 3HL. Hey, Jake, what's up, buddy?
What's up, my guys?
I think Jake in Brentwood needs a podcast. Wouldn't that be something?
No, I'll pass.
It'll be the weekend every day.
Yeah.
Happy weekend.
Oh, it's Tuesday, Jake.
Yep.
It's Tuesday.
I know. That sounds real enticing to a Vol fan there, Double D.
Oh, get out of here. Do not encourage this, Jake.
Hey, my man Dilfer, man. Come on, my man. I love living in Birmingham, so I can visit my kids in Nashville, my grandkids, whatever in Nashville. Come on.
Yeah, that was tough.
I ain't buying it.
Right.
I'm not buying it, bro. And then you start name dropping. It's Sports Center names and all that stuff. Come on, bro. You mean to tell me if Nick Saban don't want one of your players, he's not going to get it? Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Wake up, son. Wake up, son.
Trent Dilfer would love, like, that would be his best dream, is if he found Nick Saban in one of his players' DMs.
Oh, boy.
No,
but that means Nick Saban would have to know how to DM.
Well,
Yeah, and that's
not
probably
only
happening.
It's going to be somebody. It's going to be a player.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of his players in another player's DM. That's how that rolls.
Yep.
I agree with that, Jake.
Truth.
Hey, Jake, you think the Titans are going to get DeAndre Hopkins, and if so, do you want him?
Do I think they're going to get him? I think it's a very good chance. Do I want him? Yeah. That wide receiver room is what we call weak. Yeah, bump beds. It's bump beds.
They got bunk beds in the wide receiver room.
It's
They roasted marshmallows.
They sleep in double deep in there, and that's all they got. Maybe.
So when they come in there to cut one of the guys, like they just removed the bed and put it out in the parking lot, like in Major League.
Yeah.
Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah. Yeah. Take that bunk bed out.
He gone.
Silly.
Jake, you getting
Silly.
You getting in any of the NHL festivities, man?
We'll be downtown tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm down there. I'm down there doing slap shot. Yeah, I've hit it in the 5-hole 3 times.
Look at you. I'm so proud.
Look at my guy. See, I need that lingo.
You know what the 5-hole is like?
I ain't got a clue.
Between the legs.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, man, what's wrong with you, Jake?
Hey.
He sounds dead on. All right.
All right, Jake. What else you got, bro?
Happy weekend, Jake.
Oh, don't come off double D. Go Vols.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's good stuff.
All right, man. Y'all take care. Love and peace. Love peace, baby. Love peace.
See you, Jake.
See ya.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. That's what you come up with. Snort.
Hey,
You're sweating, dude.
Hey, man. Hey, that was spot on right there. That was great timing.
That's not as good as when she yawned through NHL postseason. It's great.
That was right there.
Playoff hockey, man.
Hey, boy.
Oh, we're losing it. There's a report out there about Dalvin Cook. Are y'all surprised there hasn't been much interest in him? It's like nobody wants to go feature back anymore.
No, nobody wants a running back.
It's funny. It's funny money out here now.
The Miami Dolphins have extended an offer.
Ooh,
apparently, to Dalvin Cook.
They didn't put no number out, though, did they?
No.
Oh, yeah. Man, that's tough right there, man. That's a premier running back in this league.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's 4 straight years of 1,100 or more and 43 rushing touchdowns in the last 4 years.
And he catch out the backfield, too, right?
Yep.
My gosh.
So the Dolphins running backs are Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr.
Oh, yeah, they need to be on the line all day long with Dalvin Cook.
The other team that was mentioned, we talked about it on that podcast last night, was New England. But Belichick never goes with the feature back, really. And they brought up Corey Dillon, which was one. Yes, that's that is a one-off for sure. But their running backs are Ramondre Stevenson, Ty Montgomery, Pierre Strong Jr.
Yeah, they got me back there.
But here's the problem with New England. The biggest problem with New England is Mac Jones. I think the NFL has figured him out, that he can't push the ball down the field. So you're going to press up on people.
It's going to be interesting to see the step he takes. They got, what's the OC name? Didn't they get the OC from Georgia? No, wasn't them.
Who are you talking about? New England?
Yeah. I really ain't got a clue.
Oh, yeah, they actually have an OC now.
Yeah, new OC.
Isn't it B.O.B.?
Yeah.
Bill O'Brien?
It is Bill O'Brien.
Because he's got the connection with the
connection with him. Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you. Thank you, Jeff. I knew I wasn't crazy.
And you know what I was thinking? Where's Downing? He's with the Jets.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if he can pull something out of him. But if he can't, Gonna be silly up there in
Well,
New England.
that's the thing. So, okay, a couple of different teams came out today. So we knew about the Patriots and the Titans, obviously, with DeAndre Hopkins. Now, word is that Carolina and Cleveland are both in the mix for him. This thing's going to go to the end of July, don't y'all think?
Absolutely.
Like, there's no reason to sign now.
Yep.
There's no reason to sign There's no reason for DeAndre to do it now. You know, what he's going to do is wait. Okay, are you panicking yet? Good, pay me more.
Right.
Make that number you just offered a little bit higher, and let's go. If I'm a Titans fan, though, with two other, I'm not worried about the Patriots, right? Because the Patriots aren't going to overpay for him. Yep. They're just not, because that's not what they do. It's not Bill Belichick. They don't do that.
I don't think they crack the top two. Do the Patriots finish last in the AFC East? Ooh, that's a legit. That's a legit question. With the Jets and the Bills, are the Dolphins better? The Dolphins like to beat the Patriots even when they're not better than them.
Yeah.
Which is, they haven't been in a long time.
If you're not blinded by Belichick, I say yeah.
Yeah.
Here, Mac Jones went from 68% passer to 65 last year. He went from 3,800 yards to 2,997, 7.3 yards per attempt to 6.8, 22 touchdowns to 14. 13 interceptions to 11, but he had a lot more attempts, 80 more attempts. He was sacked 28 times his rookie year, 34 last year. His quarterback rating was 92.5 his rookie year, 84.8 last year, and his QBR was 56.9 his first year, 36.1 last year.
Yikes.
Yeah,
I think the league is figuring him out.
Plus,
I don't know. They didn't have an OC. It was a disaster. I think if you argue that the Titans had injuries and a terrible offensive line and an awful play caller, you can certainly argue that the Patriots didn't have an OC. And
That's
Belichick
valid. That's valid.
Defensive guys calling plays.
Right.
I don't know, just eyeball test. And maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. I think we'll see.
Yeah.
If they get DeAndre Hopkins, he's
suddenly
better, right?
Well, yeah. DeAndre Hopkins makes anybody better. Ryan Tannehill's better.
Good.
But back to my concern, I wouldn't be worried about the Patriots overpaying because, listen, DeAndre Hopkins has said he didn't care about a title, which means he cares about money. He wants good ownership and he wants money. Look at Carolina and Cleveland. Now, you could argue that maybe the good ownership part of that doesn't exist, but both of those teams will overpay for him.
Yes, they will.
Don't you think?
Yep.
The Titans won't and the Patriots won't.
Nope.
But Carolina, rookie quarterback, we got to show everybody we did good things, moving up, getting this guy. He's the franchise. He's this.
And who better to couple
we
him
need
with?
we need somebody else for him to throw to. Let's overpay DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could totally see that. And Cleveland, I mean, Cleveland's just going to Cleveland, so they'll do whatever.
Barrett Sallee put out SEC college football, SEC strength of schedule rankings. We'll read that list to you when we come back 1 through 14, see where your favorite team is. And we can take more calls. 615-737-1045. This is 3HL, presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Bridge Orty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. We've learned a lot of things today. We need to start doing that at the end of the show. What we learned today. We learned that Babs was in Problem Child.
That blew my mind.
That is true. Slay found me.
Yep.
There we are again.
Listen, I'm a scout, man. I'm a talent scout.
What do you mean? She did that in 1989.
You're a scout.
I found her, though.
He found her 34 years later.
Just think, we would have never got to it. But I found you, Babsy. You're welcome.
It's amazing that she was in that movie 34 years ago, but she's only 26 years old. Isn't that phenomenal?
Crazy, isn't it?
You were in that film with your mom. You almost got hit by a Jeep.
Sure did.
In the
that
movie.
film?
Yep.
It was all staged.
No, not get hit.
Y'all were like 2 feet from the
but
street,
walking.
dude.
Close, Babsy.
Get your babies out the street. And your mom was holding your hand.
I was probably trying to tell you, get out of the left lane.
That's right. That is right.
Is your mom crazy on the streets like you are?
Oh, God, no. She's awful driver. Oh, awful.
So you're saying you're great.
Yes. I'm a great driver. I might be a little aggressive, but I'm a great driver. She's like slow and
Do y'all know like
gas, brake, gas.
sometimes like,
Kind of brake, gas.
there's the downhill and there's a few, there's a few curves in it on the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then there's like that ski jumping where they just go straight and they go fast.
Yeah.
Then there's the slalom.
So who?
Slalom. You know where they go around the poles like that and they're
It's
kicking
all about
around.
speed.
Yeah,
It's speed, but you're maneuvering between things. That's done on the interstate.
Yeah, they hit those things.
Slalom.
They hit them flags.
Well, I mean, she usually doesn't.
I've seen her truck.
She did hit her basketball goal one time.
Yeah.
She dunked it.
Put things where you can't see them. I mean, just backed right into it.
It was what? I think like 2 weeks after we put it up. Ugh. Made me
Who
so
put that
mad.
goal back there?
Dag nabbit.
Oh, we did.
You want to hear the worst part?
What?
That's the second time I've done that in a different car. In a different state.
You just forget when
I
you
did
get
it in
a
my
new car.
parents' house in Georgia.
Did the basketball goal like fall on top of your car? That would
No. I didn't hit it that hard.
I'm surprised.
I mean, I heard the crunch and was like, oh,
Yeah.
Little bump.
You're like Tajay Spears. Like you get to full speed real fast. I'm surprised you didn't hit that thing hard.
Top speed.
SEC strength of schedule rankings for football.
Yes.
Barrett Salee analyzing this. 14, Georgia, easiest schedule.
Ah,
Why,
lucky
like, how-
them.
How does this keep happening?
I know.
Who is scheduling this for them? They should be.
It's working.
No, it's
13.
absolutely working.
Mississippi State.
Okay. Good.
There you go, bully.
And Zach Arnett in his first Bully's the mascot. So
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Yeah, bully.
he thought you were
Bully's
talking about Keith
I
Bullock.
say he didn't go there.
No. Bully as in their dog, Bully, who
Yeah.
retired last year, actually.
Oh,
did.
bully retired?
Mm-hmm.
They got another bully?
Jack. Bully.
Jack.
Bully last year. His real name was Jack, but he retired.
Jack Bully.
So I don't know who
They
the
have a new
one
bully?
is. Well, yeah.
Man, I'm confounded here. I'm
I
by
got
the
you
way,
covered. Mascot talk. I've got you covered.
your husband just texted us. If Dawn's a great driver, I'm 6'5".
Aw, he's funny too today. Everybody's funny today. Look at y'all. Just a bunch of Nate Bargatzes running around here.
We need Nate Bargatze in here.
Tell you what.
He was out there yesterday.
Surrounded by him.
Travis has no idea what he's about to get into at home.
She's ignited.
He needs you saying "Go Vols" on his ringtone. That would be awesome. 12th hardest schedule. Vanderbilt.
Okay.
I now think they can win 5 games. That's where I am with them.
Uh-huh.
I did some thinking about
The
it.
early part of their schedule is better. Sorry.
About the NHL draft tomorrow.
Vanderbilt football schedule.
Number 11. Boy, you are loving her today. You are just laughing your ass off.
She'll vow today.
Babs is always on fire. What are you talking about?
How's she really on today?
All right, number 11.
Boy,
Do you have red wine in your future?
No, it's not on my list.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Tito's.
I got straight vodka, baby.
They random mouse.
Can we do the show where she has straight vodka during the show?
Oh,
No, I will get fired.
Number 11, Texas A&M. Number 10, Arkansas, strength of schedule rankings. Number 9, Kentucky. Number 8, right in the almost the middle. LSU. 7, Missouri's in the middle. Number 6, Tennessee.
Okay. Ugh, you were just waiting for that, Zeph.
Number 5, Auburn.
War Eagle!
Ooh,
Fly down the field.
Come on, Hugh.
They have the 5th toughest schedule in the SEC. Alabama at number 4.
Okay.
South Carolina at 3.
Dang,
The
Carolina.
Fighting Lane Kiffins at number 2.
Georgia's this
Joey Freshwater.
This ain't right.
Number 1, Florida. Easiest schedule. No, toughest schedule.
Yeah.
Florida. Sorry.
That seemed right.
Florida is the toughest schedule.
I wonder,
Yeah.
is that because of their roster though?
No, I think it's opponent.
Oh, okay. Do they roster? I don't know. How
I
proven it
mean,
is.
Vegas hates Florida.
Yes, they do. Underdogs and everything.
Yep.
Well, Georgia, y'all got off clean. Y'all better take advantage this year. Again.
By the way, the reason why we've played this, Zev has played this a couple of different times. Bobby Osborne, bluegrass great and singer of Rocky Top, dies at the age of 91. Rest in peace. Thank you, Zev. Great job today. Thank you, Hunk. Great job today. For us, Babs was on one, that's for sure.
Hey, man,
Me and Slater were along for the ride today, boy.
My cheeks hurt.
Come see us tomorrow at Pete and Terry's Tavern over at Bridgestone Arena on Demumbrian side. We'll be there. David Legwan will be live on site at 3:45. You want to meet, take a picture with him, you can do it. Coach Mack and Todd Furman will join us. Appreciate y'all listening and all the participation. Good night. God bless.